and d'Arnaud, Contreras, Rosario, and Arcia. Let's hope that's a winner tonight in Game 1 of this series. Braves and Mets coming up next on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
This place does not look like it did on the website.
Let's call the front office.
You have reached a number that's no longer in service.
Ugh.
Don't want to move to another crummy apartment? Choose Cortland, where our top-tier amenities and dedicated teams deliver a living experience that'll knock your expectations out of the park. And with more than 25 communities in the Atlanta area, we're in more locations than a well-thrown knuckleball. Cortland, next-level apartment living, and proud partner of your Atlanta Braves. Visit Cortland.com to find your new home today.
Major League Baseball has the longest season in professional sports. In baseball and in life, it's not how we start, but how we finish. Life's challenges can make it difficult to finish with perseverance. But through a personal relationship with Jesus, we can find the strength to overcome and never give up. This is Bryant Wright, always hoping the Braves and you will finish strong. Speaking right from my heart.
For more on this and other topics, visit rightfromtheheart.org.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Great on burgers, eggs, even popcorn. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce, bring the heat.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, one taste and you're hitting refresh now, letting loose now, busting a move now, cranking up the beats now, hands in the air now, feeling free now. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
And we're getting fans on Tropic Time with the return of the Grand Slam Smoothie. Make it a Braves bundle and pair the Grand Slam Smoothie or any smoothie with a food item in their lineup for a home run deal at any of their 30 Atlanta area cafes. Tropical Smoothie Cafe, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
News stories break on Channel 2 Action News. When things change, so does our coverage. Channel 2 is the place. Never routine. Breaking unique angles with unmatched resources. Every story gives you new insight and uncovers the real impact. Every angle, every moment, live. See what's new at 4, 5, and 6. Join Justin Farmer, Wendy Corona, George Estevez, Karen Greer, and Linda Stouffer. Weekdays on Channel 2 Action News.
You may have heard that everything's bigger in Texas, and that includes big flavor. At the Texas Chili Company, we've been perfecting authentic Southern flavor for over 65 years. So this cookout season, gather your friends and family and try our handcrafted premium beef franks and original Texas chili. Visit TexasChili.com to place an order today for a taste of Texas delivered right to your front door. Use code RADIO10 for 10% off your order. The Texas Chili Company, so good, they named a state after it.
Hey Atlanta, Hudson Mason, and you can stream Atlanta Braves baseball totally free on the all-new 680 The Fan app. Now back to Braves baseball, only on The Fan.
Welcome back to the ballpark, everybody. The postseason begins now. Braves fighting to win the National League East. So are the Mets. Mets have a one-game lead. This is playoff-type stuff right here, so buckle up. Umpires have met at home plate for an exchange of lineups. Buck Showalter still trying to get a few words in with the umpires even after Walt Weiss left. That's Buck Showalter like. Nick Lentz will be behind the plate. Bruce Streckman at first base. Mike Estabrook at second. Ted Barrett, the crew chief, will umpire at third. It's 72 degrees. Beautiful night for baseball. Wind out of the northwest at 11. We're very happy to have the conditions we have given the bad weather in the southeast over the last several days. There are some gusts that might bump it up in the 15 to 18 mile an hour range, but it's going to be a great night for baseball, and the wind is blowing out toward the Chop House. This is game number 157. That means there are 5 left after tonight. And the Mets know that Atlanta needs a sweep. The Mets will do everything they can to win this first game tonight. They've got Jacob deGrom, the best they have, on the mound against Max Fried. Max has led his team out on the field. Max is 28 years old, 6'4", 190 out of Santa Monica. He's 13-7 with a 2.50 ERA. In 4 starts already this year against the Mets, he's 2-2 with a good 3 ERA. 6 walks, 22 strikeouts in 24 innings. He's given up 12 homers this year, 2 to the Mets. He's coming off arguably one of his worst starts of the year against Philadelphia, but that was 8 days ago. 5 innings. He only gave up 1 run, but he threw 107 pitches, and that was what did him in, and he lost 1-0. Defensively for Atlanta, right to left, Acuna, Harris, and Rosario. First to third, it's Olsen, Arcia, Swanson, and Riley. Travis d'Arnaud will be behind the plate. The final A-list member of the regular season is Brian Thomas of Canton. This is Brian's first year as an A-list member, and his favorite perks are unique A-list events, exclusive giveaways, and his awesome service rep. He appreciates all of those wonderful perks. Congratulations to Brian Thomas, tonight's A-list member of the game. So, fans continuing to file in. We're going to have a sellout. They are fired up. They are jacked up. They are excited. They've already booed the Mets almost off the field. They haven't even taken the field yet. So this is going to be fun tonight. Max finishes up his warm-ups. There goes the throw to second. Here to tell you about it one more time. Well, not the last time. It's not like there's the last time. Once again, here's Ben Ingram.
Thank you, Joe. You know, these two teams have seen each other 16 times this year. And I know that on more than one or even two occasions, we've stated that last series, Braves and Mets at the end of September, we hope that something is on the line. Well, boy, is it ever. Everything's on the line with these three ball games. And for the Braves, they've got to win tonight. And then we'll see what happens tomorrow and the following day. Brandon Nimmo climbing in, ready to face Max Fried, the lefty with a long look into his catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Southpaw is ready. And now for the ball game. And the first pitch, a called strike. Fastball 93 that just dusted up the inside corner on Nimmo. And it's an 0-1 count. What a beautiful evening here in Atlanta. This is spectacular. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way from Max. And Nimmo ropes one down the right field line, hooking foul. Just over the sidewall into the seats, deep in the corner down the right field line, and an 0-2 count.
I think you and I both agree, Ben, that this guy's a key in this series to keep off the bases. Nimmo sets the table beautifully for New York, and if he's not getting base hits, he's walking. He is 3 for 21 in his career against Fried. He struck out 8 times, but he's walked 4 times. And he's not afraid to take a pitch off the arm either.
He is not. He's looking at an 0-2 count. Max Fried looking to strike him out on 3 pitches. And the 0-2 on the way. That'll be fouled off. I would say that sometimes it's not enough to get Brandon Nimmo out. And what I mean by that is there have been times where, yes, they got him out, but it was after the pitcher threw about a dozen pitches to him.
You're so right.
He will stretch out an AB. He'll foul off pitch after pitch after pitch and really wear you down. No balls and 2 strikes. Fried at the belt. Left on left matchup. Wind up in the 0-2 pitch. Just missed a little bit low with the changeup. For Max, it's really been interesting seeing the results for him that the Braves have posted because his numbers have been very good. He's allowed just 5 runs all month, but he's only won 1 time in the month of September. A 1-2 pitch on the way. Got him swinging, strike 3. Good curveball from Max Fried. 1 down here in the first inning.
Well, that's a good start. Heck of a curveball, too.
1 down for Pete Alonso. He leads the league in RBIs. He has 131 of them. And, Joe, this is how you want to face Alonso with nobody on base.
Yeah, I really don't mind him batting second. At least in the early going, you're not going to have anybody on base unless it's Nimmo.
He's at 40 homers this year. And the first pitch on the way from Fried. Right back to the curveball, and that's in for a called strike. Good slow curve from Max. Buckled the knees of Pete Alonso. He'll be followed by Francisco Lindor. No score, just underway. Top of the first inning. Max looking in, and now time taken by Alonso. For Fried, it's been a really good run of limiting runs. He's allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 9 straight starts. 0-1 pitch in the air towards center field. And that'll lay down in front of Michael Harris. So 1-out single for Pete Alonso. And the Mets have their first base runner of the ball game. That'll bring Francisco Lindor up to the plate. I say all that to say this about Max. 9 straight starts, 2 earned runs or fewer. But Joe, in that span, a really good 1.96 ERA, but a record of 3-4 in that stretch.
It's hard to figure. It doesn't really match up that way, but the team in his last 12 starts is only 6-6. So a lack of run support added in there, too.
Pitch on the way to Lindor. And he drops in a curveball. Yeah, you want to win every time your ace is on the mound. And that's what the Braves are attempting to do this evening in game 1 of this big series here at the very end of the season. No balls and a strike on Lindor, a .274 hitter. And the pitch on the way. Ground ball out to third. Glove right behind the bag. Riley to second. They get one there. And that's the only one they get, but they cut down Pete Alonso. And, Joe, that was a split-second decision by Riley to either go to second or go to first. Whatever he did, he had to do it very quickly.
That was knowing your base runners. That's knowing ahead what you're going to do with the baseball if it's hit to you. And with Alonso running with not much speed, it gave Riley just enough time to get the ball to second and cut down the lead runner.
2 down, no score, top of the first inning. It is a Friday night home game for the Braves, so they are fanned out tonight in their red uniform tops. White pants, navy lettering, navy numerals outlined in white. Braves across the chest on top of the tomahawk. Pitch on the way to Mark Canha. That's in for a called strike.
A lot of first pitch breaking pitches for strikes.
Canha's had some success versus Fried. 4 for 10 with 2 homers. Fried obviously knows that. Being careful how he goes after Canha here. The 0-1 pitch. That'll be fouled back. 0-2. When slider first pitch, curveball the second pitch, and up 0-2. Mets wearing their traveling grays, tops and pants, blue lettering, blue numerals outlined in orange. And New York arching across the chest of their gray uniforms. Fried at the firing line tonight. He's thrown 11 pitches, 10 strikes. And looking for one more good one to put away Canha and the Mets. And see what the Braves can do when they take their licks in the bottom of the first inning versus Jacob deGrom. Pickoff over to first base and back in standing Francisco Lindor. For Fried, this is the 5th time he has seen the Mets this year. 2 wins, 2 losses, an ERA of 3. Last time he saw them, August the 18th, one of his best starts of the year, as he went 7 innings and beat the Mets right here in this ballpark. Max way ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. And the pitch to Canha. And missed outside with a curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fried struck out Nimmo. Alonso singled. Lindor reached on a fielder's choice. And now he's got Canha down to his last strike with a runner at first base and 2 down. Fried a look at first base. And the 1-2 to the plate. Got it by him. Swung on and missed. Went with a fastball. And I take that back. He fouled it right at the feet of d'Arnaud. I thought he had it in his mitt and it was in there and he dropped it.
Yeah, I think it actually ricocheted off his glove and hit the umpire.
Sure did. Went right up against the left foot of home plate umpire Nick Lentz. Well, that close to striking him out. Still a 1-2 count on Canha. Canha, a .265 hitter. 12 homers on the season for the Mets outfielder. 1-2 to slow roller up along third base and a roll foul. Glove by Riley, fired over to complete the play, but it's a foul ball. Tell you who's attentive tonight. Those security guys down there on the field. They were thinking that might be the last out, and they darted onto the field like they normally would in between innings.
That's twice they've done that. Foul ball, and now the foul ground out.
Yeah, they're ready for action.
Yeah.
A 1-2 count on Canna. If he reaches, McNeil would come to the plate, but Fried would like to just wait on the second inning before he thinks about McNeil. Big crowd already, as you would expect on a Friday night, with the Mets and the Braves duking it out over the NL East crown. Under the lights, Max Fried right in the middle of it all, down there on the mound, and a 1-2 pitch due up to Mark Canha. Here it is. Ground ball to third. Riley up with it, goes to second. There's out number 3 as they get the force out of the incoming Francisco Lindor. So a good start for Max Fried. 15 pitches, 13 strikes. Only gave up 1 hit. No runs, no errors, and a man left. We head to the bottom of the first inning. Mets nothing. And the Braves coming up when we come back.
With Northside Hospital, you can look forward to new beginnings, look ahead to comeback seasons, and look up for hope and strength. Northside welcomes you into our community of care, guided by one clear direction, a mission to heal. Led by our expertise in maternity, heart, cancer, orthopedics, and more, you can move into tomorrow with confidence. For a healthier future together, look to Northside Hospital.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank. Hi. She was born to care, and she always had your back. You could say that. Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacy Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash, just in time to protect Stacy's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Hey, Braves fans! This year, Mavis Tires and Brakes is doubling down on the 4-bagger. That's right. If the Braves hit 2 or more home runs in today's game, Braves fans get a $100 instant rebate on a set of 4 select new tires tomorrow only at any Georgia Mavis Tires and Brakes location. Visit MavisTire.com/baseball or stop into your local Mavis store for details. Mavis Tires and Brakes, saving people money for over 50 years.
Since 1822, Georgia Baptists have been serving those in need and sharing the love of Christ. Georgia Baptists, people who care.
Hey Atlanta, Hudson Mason here, and you can catch me and the rest of the guys on The Locker Room from 6 to 10 a.m. breaking down the Braves, only on The Fan.
House on a Friday night, game 1 of the series. Braves and the Mets, no score to the bottom of the first inning. Going to be Acuna, Swanson, and Harris versus Jacob deGrom. Here's a glance at the Mets leather around deGrom. They've got Pete Alonso at first, Luis Guillorme at second, Francisco Lindor, the shortstop, and Eduardo Escobar, their third baseman. Mark Canha out in left field for the Mets, Brandon Nimmo in center, Jeff McNeil in right. A battery of Tomas Nido and the righty Jacob deGrom, who fires his first pitch, and that's whacked foul by Ronald Acuna. And that's up into the second deck of the stadium down the first baseline. 0-1 on Ronald. Jacob deGrom throws a changeup and a curveball, but you don't see it all that often. He's primarily fastball, slider, and he's very, very good with those two pitches. Fastball up into the triple digits. A 1 pitch from deGrom. Off the outside corner with a fastball at 100 and a 1-1 count. deGrom making his 11th start of the season. Came off the IL in August, so he's only been there for the last 2 months. A 1-1 to Acuna and a ground ball out to short. No problem for Lindor. He's up with it and fires over for the out, 1 down.
deGrom's last start, though, a little bit telltale about the way things have gone for him recently. Against Oakland, he walked 4 in 4 innings and gave up 6 hits. Ultimately, 5 runs and took the loss. But his last 3 games, last 3 starts, he's 0-2 with a 6.60 ERA. Things have not gone his way.
Yeah, he's allowed 11 runs in his last 15 innings. No score, bottom of the first inning. This is deGrom's 3rd start against Atlanta this season. 1 win, 1 loss, and a 3.65 ERA. Dansby fouls 1 back. And Joe, that last line, if you'd kept the name anonymous, you just showed me the line and you said, guess which Mets pitcher had this line. He'd have been the last guy that I'd have guessed.
Absolutely, he would be.
1 to Dansby. Taken a little bit low. When you see a guy 3 times in a span of 6-7 weeks, like the Braves are for DeGrom, I think normally you'd say, well, that favors the batters, and that still may be the case to a degree here. However, I'd imagine a pitcher can be so good that that's a wash. 1-1 swung on and missed. And if anybody would fit that bill, Joe, it'd be this guy.
No doubt. His velocity sets him apart, Ben. And it's not just his fastball. You know, his changeup is in the 90s. His slider is 93 miles an hour. Everything is really hard and hard to catch up with, no matter how often you see him.
Ball and 2 strikes on Dansby. DeGrom brings it, and that's fouled back. Changeup 93. That was after seeing 3 straight heaters at 99. DeGrom, 6'4", 180 pounds, a right-hander out of DeLand, Florida. 34 years old, and out of Stetson University. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swung on, missed. Went away with a slider. Strikeout number 1 for Jacob DeGrom. 2 down, and that'll bring Michael Harris up to the plate. Well, ever since Michael Harris came up, no matter where he has been in the lineup, it's been very exciting. But I think it ratchets it up a little bit higher to see him batting third, Joe. I don't know where he hits for the rest of his career. I'd imagine it'd be 2 or 3. You could see him being that kind of a guy. But seeing him take off the way that he has this season, and now the biggest series of the year, and he's batting third, is quite the leap. Pitch on the way, and that'll be fouled off.
Tells you what kind of confidence Brian Snitker has in him and the way he's produced. And you're right. He doesn't seem to be affected by his spot in the order, situation, competition level. Doesn't matter.
Waiting on the 0-1, and the pitch on the way from DeGrom. Missed inside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Jacob DeGrom has not hit a batter in any of his first 10 starts.
1-1 pitch. Low and away. Good eye by Michael. 2-1.
That does not mean he doesn't pitch inside. He does.
And that doesn't matter righty or lefty. He wants to set up inside, doesn't he? Wind up in the 2-1 pitch on the way to Michael. Fouled back. Had a pretty good hack of that slider. So the count 2 balls, 2 strikes. No score. Bottom of the first inning. Mets had a base runner there in the first inning on the base hit by Alonso. That was the only hit they had. They did not score. And Jacob DeGrom looking for a 1-2-3 inning. This will be his 13th pitch here in the bottom of the first inning, and the 2-2. That is swung on and missed by Michael Harris. Fanned with a slider. And Jacob DeGrom with a 1-2-3 bottom of the first. So we played 1. We head to the top of the second inning here in Atlanta. No score between the Mets and Braves.
Hey, everyone. Want to hear what makes Peachtree Orthopedics so great? It was just such an organized process. First, the doctor listened and understood my problem. Second, he eliminated my fear about what it would take to get better. And third, he made an accurate diagnosis that put me on the path to recovery. Honestly, it was just that simple. I can't believe I was ever worried. I promise, Peachtree Orthopedics can help you get better too. Just take the first step. Call now to make an appointment or visit PeachtreeOrthopedics.com.
The drive to the postseason is on, so make sure your car or truck is ready for the ride. At Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers, experience a 10-minute stay-in-your-car oil change. Plus, again this season, when the Braves score 5 or more runs, you score a discount. Get $1 off a full-service oil change for every run they score, but the discount is only good the day after the game. To find a location near you, visit ExpressOil.com. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers. We take care of your ride so you can enjoy the drive.
it's still the eat fresh, refresh, and Subway is refreshing everything. Like these 2 new Italian subs. Try the new Mozza meat made with new Italian-style capicola, thin-sliced Black Forest ham, fresh mozzarella, and our famous MVP Parmesan vinaigrette. Or go even bigger with the new Supreme meat made with new capicola, Black Forest ham, Genoa salami, and pepperoni, topped with provolone cheese, and our MVP Parmesan vinaigrette. Subway keeps refreshing and refreshing and refreshing.
Freshly prepared in front of you.
Everything you want to know about the Braves is live every weekday morning on The Locker Room, the biggest sports show in the South, 6 to 10 a.m. right here on The Fan.
Scoreless ball game into the top of the second. McNeil, Escobar, and Alvarez due up for the Mets here in the second inning. The Braves are looking to continue their winning ways. The original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce is here to help. The original Louisiana Brand Hot Sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. Yeah, looking to continue the winning ways and take 2 out of 3 or better in this series, get up to 100 wins. Braves haven't been at 100 wins in almost 20 years. Let's go back to the 2003 team. Last team to win 100. The Braves sitting on 97 entering the action tonight. Mets on 98 wins. McNeil swings and misses. First pitch fastball from Max Fried.
Here's another pain in the neck key to this series. McNeil vying for the league batting title, wants to be on base a lot, and he does drive the Braves crazy.
Got a .320 average. A little bit off the plate with a fastball. He's rarely going to sting you with big slugging numbers. Not to say that he can go deep. He does have 7 home runs. This guy's going to choke up and just slap at the ball and find a hole. Dansby shaded up the middle from his position at short. 1-1 high and outside with a fastball.
Lest we forget that 5-game series in New York, 4-game series here. Not so long ago, we've never seen so many cheap hits in our life as what came off the Mets bats. A lot of them off this guy's.
2-1 on Jeff McNeil. Left-handed hitter. 2-1 pitch. Low and outside with a slider. Very close.
I don't know about that. So far, a very tight zone for Mr. Lentz. Not to be confused with Lenz.
Maybe Lentz needs some lenses, right? 3 balls and a strike. There's a pitch on the way from Max Fried. There's a strike. Well, it was a big difference in how the Braves played defensively from that series in New York in August to the series here about a week and a half later. Braves were shifting a lot in that series in New York. And, of course, been shifting a lot all year, as a lot of teams do. There's the 3-2 pitch on the way from Max. Lifted in the air towards left center field, coming over Harris, also coming along the left fielder Rosario, and he can't make the play. He slowed as he arrived to the baseball like he lost it in the lights, Joe. You could tell better than I could.
Yeah, he did. He lost it.
And laid down right in front of him. Thought that he might be able to make the play, but he wasn't sure exactly where that baseball was.
Another lucky hit for McNeil. He's amazing. How can he not win the batting title?
It's a leadoff single for him. It'll boost his average up a little bit. Called strike on Eduardo Escobar. Finishing that thought about those 2 series, the Braves really changed their ideas on shifting versus this team because of all the soft contact. They just ate up that shift in that series in New York. Yeah, the Braves are a lot better equipped for it that second go-round about a week and a half later in that series here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That's outside, 1-1.
Here's a guy that's really been a difference maker this month. Escobar has gotten red hot, hitting .330 in the month of September. 8 homers, 24 RBIs.
And he was the difference maker in their ball game the other night versus Miami. Pick off over to first base, and McNeil back in with a dive. No score, top of the second inning. McNeil down at first base, no one out. Both teams went to extra innings Wednesday evening. Braves in Washington and New York at home versus Miami. 1-1, a line drive out to left field and a base hit. McNeil down to second base. And Escobar with a single. He continues to smoke the baseball all over the yard.
Fastball.
First and second, no one out for Francisco Alvarez, who walks up to a major league plate for the first time in his life. He's their top prospect and regarded by some as the top prospect in all of minor league baseball. He was called up and getting his first crack as a big leaguer right now versus Max Fried. Pitch on the way to Alvarez and a line drive taken on one hop by Riley to second. They get one there. Over to first by Orlando Arcia. Double play. That's a big one. 5-4-3 and not an easy play to turn, and a really good job down to the hot corner by Austin Riley.
Well, Alvarez didn't waste any time making his mark. A one-hop shot handled by Riley to turn it into a double play. Alvarez is only 20 years old.
He was at AAA Syracuse and their season ended. And he was in the process of driving from Syracuse all the way down to Miami with his parents. And they were passing through Greenville, South Carolina, and that's when the Mets called and said, hey, we need you in Atlanta. You're making your major league debut. Here is Guillorme. Takes the ball low, 1 ball, no strikes. That had to be quite the thrill. Not only are you going to the big leagues, but you thought your season was over. And now you're right in the middle of the pennant race. No score, top of the second. Runner at third, 2 down for Guillorme, who bats 8th in Buck Showalter's order. The 1-0 pitch. Low and outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
Guillorme's been tough on the Braves, too. He's been a tough out. He's a left-handed hitter all the way, but he doesn't mind left-handed pitching. But he's only hitting a .169 with runners in scoring position.
Got a hitter's count here, 2 balls and no strikes. Max fires. And that is whacked out towards left field. Eddie coming along, dives, and it's off the glove and rolls free behind him. That'll mean a run. Eddie having a difficult time out there in left field. He got leather on it with a feet-first slide, but couldn't squeeze it. So Guillorme with an RBI single. That makes it 1-0 New York.
That one should have been caught. Wasn't an easy play, but he was there. The glove just wasn't open enough, and it went off the fingers.
1-0 Mets as they have 3 singles here in the top of the second. And now the number 9 batter, Tomas Nido, coming up to the plate. Right-handed hitter. Pitch on the way from Max. That's off the plate. 1 ball, no strikes. Two of those base hits in the air to left field that Eddie Rosario might say, yeah, I should have had at least one of them, probably both of them.
Yeah.
1-0 from Fried. That's off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes.
Got to give him a pass on the one that was in the lights, but the other one could have been caught.
One nothing Mets, top of the second. Fried shaking off d'Arnaud. Shakes him off twice. Now the battery settles up on what they want to do here on the 2-0 pitch to Nido. Fried brings it. Nido fouls one back. 2-1. I know the average is very different for Guillorme versus McNeil, but I feel like all those things that we're saying about McNeil, we'd say about Guillorme.
Yes.
He's been very pesky. I feel like he's got a dozen base hits just like that in big moments.
Well, he's only got 16 RBIs for the year, and I'll bet you 10 of them have come against Atlanta.
Pitch on the way. Fouled back 2-2. Braves went down 1-2-3 in the bottom of the first inning versus Jacob deGrom. And once we get to the bottom of the second, it'll be Riley Olson and d'Arnaud coming up. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the second. Fried set right at the belt. Leg kick in the 2-2 pitch. Off the plate. I just looked it up. I was thinking more along the lines of what you just said with, it feels like Guillorme's got about 10, 12 RBIs versus the Braves. That was his 5th. But still, that's a third of his RBIs this season of coming against Atlanta. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Guillorme on the move, pitch on the way, fouled off. And that is into the second deck along the first baseline.
And after an easy first inning, a lot of pitches for Max this inning.
Mets got the inning started with back-to-back singles.
He should have been out of the inning, as we know.
Then got the double play, and then the RBI base hit by Guillorme. He'll be off on the run again right here with a 3-2 count and 2 down. Nido waits. Fried, a glance to first base. And a 3-2. In the air, down the right field line, slicing towards the line, and Acuna is under it right on the chalk line, making the catch as he was straddling the foul line. And that'll end the top of the second inning. The Mets score first. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We enter the bottom of the second inning here in Atlanta. 1-0 New York.
Hey y'all, this is Chipper Jones here to tell you about Southeastern Reconstruction. During my career, a focus on details was crucial to my success. The same is true for any home improvement project. Attention to detail matters. If you want your home project to be as successful as my baseball career was, you need a company that pays attention to the little things. Southeastern Reconstruction is the fastest growing roofing and restoration company in the Southeast, and they're the guys I trust. Call today for your free consultation, 833-SE-RECON, or online at serecon.com.
Just how fast is Xfinity Internet? Well, it's beyond gig speed fast, so you feel like you're in the game. It can also connect hundreds of devices at once, which is powerful enough to power hundreds of U's.
He's not kidding.
No, I'm actually not. Unbeatable internet only from Xfinity, made to do anything, so you can do anything.
Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary and not guaranteed. Requires compatible Xfinity Gateway. Limited quantities available.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and flutters the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma. Get 1.9% APR for 36 months on a new 2022 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through October 3rd, 2022. 0 down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. 2860 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Subway's refreshing their catering with craveable sandwich or wrap platters made to order and individually packaged box meals with chips and a cookie. Order catering from Subway.com.
Advance notice may be required.
Talk Braves baseball every weekday morning in the locker room with home team Joe Hamilton, Finneran, John Michaels, and Hudson Mason. 6 to 10 a.m. on The Fan.
1-0 Mets into the bottom of the second inning. Austin Riley made a really nice defensive play at the top of the inning. Now he leads off the bottom of the second. And this is the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge inning. Tell you about our contestant after the first pitch to Austin Riley. From Jacob deGrom, he had 13 pitches in the first inning. Came away with 2 strikeouts. Pitch to Austin. Outside, 1 ball, no strikes. If the Braves steal a base this inning, Michael Stevens from Hoover, Alabama will win $1,350 in free marathon gas cards. And you can enter the Toyota Stolen Base Challenge by visiting Braves.com/Stolen Base Challenge. 1-0, hammer to center field. Nimmo going back, still back, and is out of here! Riley just lit that one up, straight away center, and a 1-1 ball game. What a rocket!
from a guy who got off to a great start on the road trip and then scuffled near the end of it. He lit a torch on that one. And if there's one guy that Jacob deGrom wants to stay away from in the Braves lineup, it's Austin Riley. He's now 6 for 18 with 3 homers.
That's what this ball club needed. Get that home run, tie the ball game up. Here's Matt Olson. He swings and fouls one back. Boy, that was something right there. That was a scorcher. .422 feet on the homer. Left his bat at 105. The one to Matt Olson. High and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Low and inside, 2 balls and a strike. You can't tell me that the regular season didn't end 2 days ago.
Yeah, you're right.
This feels just like the postseason.
Sure does. It's wonderful.
2 balls and a strike on Olson. And he takes a fastball low and outside. 3 balls and a strike. Last outing for Jacob deGrom struggled with some control. And now the 3-1 count, you wonder if he could pick up a few walks against him this evening. Hitters count for Matt. deGrom on the first base side of the rubber. And the offering on the way. And he launches one to right field, rising through the sky. Nothing but the tail light showing on this one. That is gone. Back-to-back home runs, Riley and Olson. And it's 2-1 Atlanta. 430 feet. And the Braves have blasted 2 very impressive homers off of Jacob deGrom from Riley and Olson.
The 2 guys who have scuffled the most in September just lit a fire. Bonfire. 3-1 fastball turned around. He hit it over the bullpen in right center.
How about the electricity in this place? Here's Travis d'Arnaud. He swings and misses a first pitch fastball. Yeah, how does 852 feet sound on the last 2 homers combined? Olson and Riley.
Like you said, sounds like taillights to me.
Yeah, I think long gone. 0-1 outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ball and a strike on Travis d'Arnaud. 2-1 Braves in the bottom of the second. And time taken. Well, these 2 guys, Riley and Olson, have certainly put a thrill into the air here at the ballpark tonight. 1 ball and 1 strike on Travis on the pitch on the way from deGrom. He hits a fly ball to center. Brandon Nimmo is under it in deep center field, backpedaling, makes the catch about 12 feet shy of the warning track. 1 down here in the second inning. That'll bring William Contreras up to the plate. Well, you wanted to answer. There's no doubt about that. You gave up the 1 run in the top of the second inning. But answering like this, that's another level, Joe.
Just incredible. They were showing Matt Olson again. You don't see him watch one, but he knew what happened.
Contreras with a healthy cut and a miss. Two-1 Atlanta. As we're in the bottom of the second inning. Base is empty, 1 down. And Contreras takes a called strike. Homer for Riley, his 38th. Homer for Olson, his 31st. 0-2 and a bouncer out to short, taken on a series of hops by Lindor. And his throw over just does beat the hustling Contreras. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. take from this inning, no matter what, is exactly what you just said, Riley and Olson. I mean, these guys in September have had their ups and downs, and maybe more downs than ups. And they need those two to really surge, and this is the perfect time to start that surge. Great answers here in the bottom of the second from Riley and Olson. Well, the Braves not through yet. Here's Eddie Rosario. A shift for Eddie Rosario. No foul, one straight back.
You know what, Rosario right on top of home plate. He is challenging DeGrom to pitch him inside. He's 1 for 7 with a homer in his career, but that right front foot is right on the inside line.
Right on top of the plate. DeGrom looking right over the top of a black glove folded out in front of his face. Lined up in his 0-1 pitch on the way. That's upstairs. 1 ball and 1 strike. If Eddie can reach, get to the bottom of the order to Orlando Arcia. 1-1 pitch low and inside. They appeal, and he didn't go, says Ted Barrett down at third base. So a 2-1 count on Eddie Rosario. This last road trip, we talked a lot about Eddie's bat. Also Marcell Ozuna, William Contreras, Ronald Acuna. Bats that are really starting to kick it in gear. 2-1 inside and a 3-1 count. And a big reason the Braves continue to win baseball games with Olson and Riley going through a little bit of a cold stretch was because of what those guys did.
I think you're right. And DeGrom now with Eddie really challenging him. DeGrom's trying to pitch him inside as tight as he can.
3-1, swung and missed. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Eddie. Well, it was the sliders and the third one that he's seen. DeGrom has alternated between fastball and slider every other pitch through 5 pitches versus Rosario here. 2-1 Atlanta, bottom of the second inning. And the 3-2. Swung on, miss for strike 3. Got a fastball by him. Well, the Braves come through with back-to-back homers. Riley and Olson go deep off of Jacob DeGrom. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, none left. We head to the top of the third with the Braves leading the Mets 2-1.
The drive to the postseason is on, so make sure your car or truck is ready for the ride. At Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers, experience a 10-minute stay-in-your-car oil change. Plus, again this season, when the Braves score 5 or more runs, you score a discount. Get $1 off a full-service oil change for every run they score, but the discount is only good the day after the game. To find a location near you, visit expressoil.com. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers. We take care of your ride so you can enjoy the drive.
Ram Power Days. For 40 years, Landmark has been the Georgia Giant, and we're still committed to giving you the best service. Giant selection, over 1,000 choices. Giant savings on everything, including new 2022 Ram 1500s for the best selection and service. 40 years and counting. Come to Landmark, Mount Zion Boulevard, or LandmarkDodgeChryslerJeep.net.
That's why nobody beats the Giant. Nobody.
Always the best deal, always.
Based on combined Landmark inventory.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, one taste and you're hitting refresh now, letting loose now, busting a move now, cranking up the beats now, hands in the air now, feeling free now. You're on Tropic Time now at Tropical Smoothie Cafe.
And we're getting fans on Tropic Time with the return of the Grand Slam Smoothie. Make it a Braves bundle and pair the Grand Slam Smoothie or any smoothie with a food item in their lineup for a home run deal at any of their 30 Atlanta area cafes. Tropical Smoothie Cafe, proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Hey, it's Matt Chernoff. You can stream Atlanta Braves baseball totally free on the all-new 680 The Fan app. Now back to Braves baseball, only on The Fan.
2-1 Braves. Right now, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the world champion Atlanta Braves radio network.
This is Atlanta's one and only home for Braves baseball. WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station. The Fan, 680 and 93.7 FM.
Top of the order for the Mets. Braves leading 2-1. Brandon Nimmo up to the plate. And he'll take a called strike. That curveball out of Fried has been a pretty good weapon tonight. His next pitch will be his 37th of the ball game. He's played a pretty good fastball to this point. Seen him break out the changeup and the slider as well. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And that misses high. 1 ball, 1 strike. This is game number 1 of this 3-game series. Game 2 tomorrow night, 7:20 Eastern, 6:20 Central. Kyle Wright versus Max Scherzer. I mean, these pitching matchups are outstanding. And then the finale on Sunday night. 1-1, fouled back, 1-2. That'll be Charlie Morton versus Chris Bassett. And speaking of Charlie Morton, some good news for Charlie today.
How about it? Braves picked up his option. They'll extend him to next year with another option for 24.
Next year will be his age 39 season. And he's still bringing it. 1-2 from Fried. That'll be sent foul. Well, he could never have enough pitching. That's for certain. It'll be good to see Charlie back. Brandon Nimmo struck out back in the first inning. That's the only punch out that Max has to this point. Braves have 2 runs on 2 hits, both homers, back-to-back shots from Riley and Olsen. And the Mets 1 run on 4 hits. All 4 hits, singles. 1-2, where was that? Curveball, it looked like it came through the front door, but Nick Lentz doesn't give Max the call.
Didn't quite get there. Proverbial curved around the plate look.
Two and 2 on Brandon Nimmo. Fried will try again. Lefty fires a 2-2. That'll be rolled foul over by the Braves dugout, down the steps of the dugout. Xfinity delivers the fastest internet with the best in-home Wi-Fi experience, and now you can get up to 5 lines of Xfinity talk and text included at no additional cost. Call, click, or visit an Xfinity store today. 2-1 Braves, top of the 3rd. Max nods with his catcher, Travis d'Arnaud. Wind up in the 2-2 pitch on the way. Little tapper over the mound, charging. Dansby gloves from the grass, transfers, and gets the out. It's like he had a tough time getting it out of his mitt for a second, but Nimmo didn't look like he was running 100% down the line.
I was just going to ask you if you noticed that. I don't know if he hurt himself or not, but...
Oh, he stumbled coming out of the box. Fell down.
Oh, okay.
He went to a 4-point stance just to keep from going into a barrel roll up the first baseline. One down here in the top of the 3rd inning for Pete Alonso. Not that there's a good place to fall down on the field, but coming out of the box, got to be about the worst.
I agree.
Alonso with a high fly ball towards right center. Michael Harris over to his left. He's under it. And he squeezes out number 2.
Game like this, Ben, where you don't figure a lot of runs to be scored against DeGrom or Fried. And after a gift run for the Mets in the 2nd inning for the Braves to come back and give Max the lead, it's all on him now.
Yeah.
It's only a 1-run lead. Do the best with it that you can.
Max probably likes it like that. Pitch on the way to Lindor. That's low and outside. Braves 2, Mets 1, top of the 3rd. When we get to the bottom of the inning, it'll be Arcia, Acuna, and Swanson coming up for the Braves. 1-0 lifted towards foul ground. That'll slice into the seats down the right field line. Looking around the stadium tonight, it is standing room only. That area out there between the video board and straightaway center all the way to the chop house is shoulder to shoulder along that standing room only railing out there. And then the same thing for the walkway above the seats out in left field. Expecting crowds like this all weekend. 1-1 pitch. Upstairs 2-1.
When you look at some of the numbers for the Mets hitters, you wonder how have they been losing any games? Their lineup is loaded with guys that are red hot. And Lindor's hit in 13 straight.
Yeah, he's had a much better season this year. 2-1 will be sent foul. That'll make it a 2-2 count. They need him to be that kind of player, don't they?
Yeah, that's what they were hoping for last year. It didn't happen with his new club after being in Cleveland all those years. But New York's not an easy place to play. Got to be able to handle a lot, including tons of criticism, constant criticism.
2-2 pitch. Swung on, miss. Waved at a curveball. And a good inning for Max Fried. And he'll take that no matter what happened the inning before, but that's especially important right after taking the lead. So the Braves have all the momentum. We head to the bottom of the third inning, 2-1 Atlanta.
There's a reason Braves fans prefer the original Louisiana brand hot sauce. That's because the original Louisiana brand hot sauce adds a kick of flavor to so many things. It puts the pop in popcorn, adds zing to wings, pizzazz to pizza. Made using only the best sun-ripened peppers, the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is Atlanta's choice for game day. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce, bring the heat.
Fall is here, but it's still hot here in the state of Georgia, which means pests like ants, roaches, and mosquitoes are out in full force. Luckily, you can trust the pros at Arrow Exterminators to keep your home pest-free inside and out. Arrow protects homes and businesses and is the official pest control provider of Truist Park and the Braves, so you know you're getting the best from the best. To set up a free pest inspection, call 888-GO-ARROW or visit arrowexterminators.com.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank. Hi. She was born to care, and she always had your back.
You could say that.
Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacy Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash, just in time to protect Stacy's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Digging, grading, tilling, mowing. All in a day's work with Yanmar. A tractor that works as hard as you do. Discover new possibilities at yanmartractor.com.
Hey, everybody. Hope you're enjoying the Braves game. Brian Finneran here. Tune in 6 to 10 tomorrow morning and listen to the Locker Room live here on 680 The Fan. Now, back to the Braves.
Braves 2, Mets 1 into the bottom of the third inning. Ben, Joe, and Jay Chad with you from Truist Park in Atlanta. Orlando Arcia swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 9-1-2 for the Braves here in the bottom of the third. Orlando swinging a hot stick, waiting on the 0-1 pitch. That'll miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Waving the bat behind his right ear, tapping it on his right shoulder. Waiting on DeGrom and the 1-1. It's lined out towards center field and down for a base hit. Leadoff single for Orlando Arcia. One of my favorite things about a full baseball season, 162, are the unpredictable twists and turns that come with following the same team every single day. And one of those unexpected twists and turns came here recently with Orlando Arcia.
It's come twice with him, Ben. After Ozzie got hurt, he stepped in and really played terrific baseball and then messed up his hamstring in Boston. But even since coming back and giving a little relief to Vaughn Grissom, he has really picked it up.
Sure has. He's at first base for Ronald Acuna. Ronald requests time, and it's granted by home plate umpire Nick Lentz.
One thing that we've always liked about Orlando, and we can go back to when the Braves first got him, and that is he doesn't get cheated. He goes up there hacking.
Pitch to Acuna. There's a tapper in front of the plate, pouncing, barehanding, and firing Nito. And it goes down to first base to get Acuna. Down to second base for Arcia. That works like a bunt. He's down there at second base, and here comes Dansby.
Yeah, the Braves still don't have a sacrifice bunt, but that works like one.
Runner at second, 1 down for Dansby Swanson. By the time Nito picked it up, it was maybe 4 feet in front of the plate, still on the dirt, never got out of the batter's circle. They're looking for a base hit from Dansby, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Braves leading 2-1 thanks to back-to-back home runs from Riley and Olsen in the second inning. Dansby waiting on DeGrom, offering on the way, swung on, missed. Fastball right down the pike at 99.
He had some really good swings his first at bat at the fastball, fouled off a couple of pitches right on him, and then chased some bad sliders. Couldn't lay off.
Garcia lead at second. 0-1, miss with a changeup. I would love to know the percentage of sliders thrown by DeGrom that are actually strikes. Because, and it's got to drive batters crazy, because I feel like it's never a strike.
Yeah, I see your point, and it typically is when he maybe is behind in the count and is able to get you to chase some pitches.
Here's the 1-1. That swung on and missed. That was a slider, and that would have been a strike right at the bottom of the zone. But I would think as a batter, you'd say, gosh, if I can lay off with a slider, it's likely not going to be a strike, and I get that fastball. I just got to get around on it.
Well, Dansby's faced him 30. He's got 32 official at bats, and he has struck out half of them.
Probably a bunch of sliders. Looking at a 1-2 count. Runner at second, one down. DeGrom, a glance to second. Lay kick in the 1-2. Fouled off. Came inside with a fastball.
See, you can, in your head, know that he struck you out, made you look bad on the slider first time around. And DeGrom knows that, too. So the cat and mouse game begins. Okay, do you look for a slider this time if you're the hitter? No, you can't. He throws 100 miles an hour. You have to respect that and then adjust if you can and try not to swing at a bad pitch.
DeGrom looks back Arcia to second base. And that has to be such a challenge because his slider is not 86 like your everyday run-of-the-mill slider. He's pumping it in there 94.
Yeah.
2-1 Braves, bottom of the third inning. Runner at second, one down. Dansby resting the bat on his right shoulder. DeGrom brings it. Check swing. Didn't go after the slider. That's a ball.
And that was a very tough take. Check swing, but it was a slider that he was trying to get him to go after and strike him out.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Lean right-hander Jacob DeGrom set of the belt. Long look at second base. 2-2. And he hits the outside corner with a slider. Dansby took it, and he's not so sure.
It's a perfect pitch. You were asking how many are strikes. This one was right at the bottom corner, down and away from Dansby. It was just a perfect slider.
Even if you swing at that pitch, Joe, I don't know what you're supposed to do.
I don't either.
If you foul that off to see another pitch, that's probably best case scenario on that pitch. So it's now up to Michael Harris with 2 down and a runner at second base.
So when he's at his best, he usually hits one right back through the middle between the second baseman and the bag.
First pitch to him. There's a comebacker, ramps off the mound, backing up the shortstop Lindor to shallow center. He throws to third. Arcia keeps rolling. Now he's caught in a rundown between home and third. And running him back, Nito to the bag. Now Escobar charges him the other way. The throw comes to the plate, and they tag him out. As it was Pete Alonso who was the final man there in that line to tag him out. And that ends the bottom of the third inning. So it was good idea by Harris, and if Arcia stops at third, you got him in the corners. Instead, he kept on running, and that ends the bottom of the third inning. No runs, and a couple of hits for the Braves. 1 man left. We head to the top of the fourth inning. It's a 2-1 lead for the Braves.
At Georgia Power, we're investing in infrastructure to ensure a more resilient power grid, creating a balanced mix of hydro, solar, and nuclear energy, and installing high-speed EV charging stations across the state, all while providing the highest level of customer service and satisfaction. Because we know that the carbon-free energy Georgia needs to prosper tomorrow will come from the tireless energy we put in our communities today. Georgia Power, powering tomorrow, today.
This baseball season, every day is game day at Sports and Social and Live at the Battery. Delicious food, cold drinks, and a massive 40-foot big screen TV make Sports and Social the perfect place to watch every game. Home games, away games, all year round. Sports and Social always delivers the ultimate fan experience through interactive games, stadium-style entertainment, and exclusive giveaways. Sports and Social, it's time to raise the sports bar.
Outdoor concrete projects are quick and easy with Quikrete fast-setting concrete in the red bag. Whether you need to set a fence post, mailbox post, or deck footing, or even pour a backyard patio, Quikrete fast-setting concrete in the red bag makes it simple. To set a post, there's no mixing. Just pour the dry mix into the hole and add water. It sets hard in about 20 minutes, and you're done. It's that fast and easy. Quikrete fast-setting concrete. Look for it in the red bag.
Hey, it's the Frozen Rope, Kevin McAlpin. Make sure you subscribe to my weekly Braves podcast for all the latest on your Atlanta Braves at thepodcastpark.com or wherever you get podcasts.
Max Fried will face Canna, McNeil, and Escobar in the top of the fourth. Mets scored first. That was at the top of the second. Braves answered with 2 runs in the bottom of the second. First pitch on the way to Canna. Low and outside with a changeup. Back-to-back homers by Riley and Olson. Mets run came on a base hit by Luis Guillorme that scored Jeff McNeil. 1 ball and no strikes on the pitch on the way to Canna. Ground ball to third. To a knee. Backhanding by Riley. Gets up and guns over. Good play. I know that Riley had a couple of tough plays on the road trip in D.C., but got a little bit of rest yesterday, that off day, and looking airtight at third base tonight.
Yeah, he's got his legs under him tonight. Be nice to have a quick inning for Max. Had that long second inning, had a good third inning. Get the offense back up there.
Well, the Braves will start in the bottom of the fourth, the same place they started in the bottom of the second. Riley, Olson, d'Arnaud. Northside Hospital for a healthier future. Together, look to Northside. Max Fried with 2 strikeouts to this point. Starts things off with the ball low and outside to Jeff McNeil.
Yeah, here's the squirrel again. And that's what his teammates call him.
It's a perfect nickname for him.
Yeah.
For lots of reasons. Chokes way up on the bat. 1-0 pitch in the air to left field. Eddie Rosario is under it. And he's got out number 2. Eddie's got to be thinking, finally, one that hangs up in the air long enough for me to make a routine play.
I expected him to throw both arms in the air.
Yeah. 2 up and 2 down. Here's Eduardo Escobar. And for the Mets, and this is really a statement because their lineup has been hitting the ball so well all year. He's probably the best thing they've got going right now. Last 27 games plus tonight. That'll be swung on and tipped into the mitt. He is 35 for his last 102. And 24 RBIs in that stretch. And 5 in 1 ball game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A lunge and a miss, 0-2.
That was a good changeup. Posting a curveball, but it looked like a change.
Max is 1 pitch away from a very quick top of the 4th inning. Way ahead, 0-2, and the pitch on the way from the lefty. Got him, swinging, strike 3. Very quick top of the 4th. That's exactly what Max needed. And the Braves get the sticks right back up there with Riley, Olson, and d'Arnaud. When we come back, we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, 2-1 Atlanta.
And now, Wandering Thoughts with Dansby Swanson.
When my mind wanders to last year, I can't help but think how amazing it was.
we won a world championship, I got engaged to an incredible woman, and I climbed inside a Ford Bronco Sport SUV for the very first time. You know, the extra height from the extended roof in a Ford Bronco Sport means more space for your gear and tall teammates.
Start wandering in a Bronco Sport. See your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the world champion Atlanta Braves.
Life's better with a financial partner like Ameris Bank. From opening your first savings account to funding your kids' college tuition, we're with you.
From a flash of a business idea to growing that company just as fast.
We're with you.
From buying a home to tackling the renovations to make it truly yours.
We're with you. You have big plans.
Financial questions.
And decisions to make.
And for every idea, life goal, and new venture, we're with you all the way. Visit amerisbank.com/withyou to get started. Ameris Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
It's time we go together. Let's go see something new together. Let's go capture moments together. Let's go experience something unexpected together. Wherever you go, enjoy a cleaner running engine with Citgo's top-tier Tri-Clean gasoline. Citgo. Let's go together.
Cortland is here to help you find your new home. And with more than 25 communities in the Atlanta area, we're in more locations than a well-thrown knuckleball. Visit Cortland.com to explore next-level apartment living near you.
Hey Atlanta, it's Hudson Mason. Join me and the guys in the locker room for the latest on the Braves every weekday morning from 6 to 10 a.m. right here on The Fan.
Braves 2, Mets 1 into the bottom of the fourth inning as Austin Riley leads off versus Jacob deGrom. deGrom's first pitch here in the inning is a called strike, and it's 0-1. I was thinking about that home run by Riley. It was a straightaway center there in the second inning, and you gave us the number on what Riley has done in his career versus deGrom. He's definitely had some success, especially with the long ball. 0-1, sent foul into the seats down the first baseline. Riley hit one of the most impressive homers I've ever seen in my life off of deGrom in this ballpark. I want to say it was last year. I guess it could have been over the last couple of seasons, but he got a fastball. I want to say it was 101 on the outside corner. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way to Austin, and there's a called third strike. Fastball over the outside corner at 100. And one down here in the inning. And it was a perfect pitch, and Riley hit it straight down the right field line, and it just got over the brick wall in right field. I mean, it was a bullet. And I just remember thinking, how do you hit that pitch out of the ballpark?
Amazing, and he's really good on fastballs, and he would be good on another fastball if he were given another chance. Now, Nick Lynch just called a call third strike on a pitch that he's called a ball all night, but not there.
Here's Matt Olson. He'll take a called strike. First pitch curveball to Matt Olson. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Braves. 1 run, 4 hits for the Mets. deGrom's 0-1. It's inside and high. It looked like a good pitch.
It was a strike. That was a better pitch than the one he called on Riley.
Count even 1-1 on Matt Olson. Mets with 3 on the right side of the infield. And Olson homer, his 31st of the season. There's a 1-1. That'll be fouled off. Now it's another 30 home run year for Matt. And he is one of just 6 players in baseball with 30 homers in each of the last 3 162-game seasons. That's Pete Alonso, Nolan Arenado, Paul Goldschmidt, Kyle Schwarber, and Eugenio Suarez on that list with him. That's a good list. 1-2 is low.
And I know his batting average is not where he wants it to be thanks to a rough first part of September, but the consistency with the long ball right there again.
Waiting on the 2-2 from Jacob deGrom. Here it is. That'll be fouled off. Well, and if he can do that in the postseason, that'll pretty much cancel out any kind of disappointment you had with the batting average late in the season. It is the time to get hot.
Yeah, none of that matters now.
Waiting on a 2-2 pitch. DeGrom fires. Olson tips that one into the mid for strike 3. Well, that was the 6th pitch of the sequence. He saw one fastball, bunch of sliders, and one curveball. 2-1 Braves, bottom of the 4th. There's Travis.
And that's 3 strikeouts out of the last 4 batters. The only interruption was that ground ball ruled a hit by Harris where Arcia rounded third too far.
There are no secrets between these two, Travis d'Arnaud and Jacob deGrom. As Travis, who of course used to be with the Mets, has caught deGrom a ton. Hit one in the air to right field, down the line, pushing towards foul ground. McNeil coming over into foul territory, and he's out of room. That comes down the screen, hits the sidewall, and a 0-1 count. Travis 0 for 1 with a flyout. On the season, a .269 average. Fielded regular depth, 2 down, and a 0-1 count on Travis. Waving the bat over the top of his helmet. A 1 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Slider away. Two. That'll be fouled off. In DeGrom's career, Travis d'Arnaud has caught him more than any catcher he has ever had. Interesting thing is, when you think about DeGrom in his career, and as good as he's been, he's had a ton of catchers. It's not like
they haven't had a consistent guy.
I mean, it's been Plawecki and Ramos and Nito and McCann and
Recker.
Yeah, Recker. Good call. Well, 2 got him looking strike 3. So DeGrom paints all inning. He strikes out the side. And that'll be it for the Braves in the 4th inning. Nothing happening for Atlanta. We head to the top of the 5th inning with the Braves leading the Mets 2-1.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Jim Powell. Emory Healthcare, the official healthcare provider for the Atlanta Braves, is looking for talented people like you to join their team. There are numerous opportunities to join Emory Healthcare at locations across the metro area, including clinical and non-clinical roles. Work where the players go. Get started by visiting emoryhealthcare.org/Braves2022 to see all open positions. That's emoryhealthcare.org/Braves2022.
Hey, I'm Michelle, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Spicy Deluxe is it's spicy and it's full of flavor. When you pair that with the Kale Crunch Salad, it's just good.
Order a Grilled Spicy Deluxe sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Available for a limited time. Real guests paid for the testimonial.
Atlanta area Chick-fil-A's are proud to partner with the Atlanta Braves Foundation on the Home Plate Project, helping to fight food insecurity to families in need throughout the communities they serve. More info at braves.com/homeplate.
Listen up, golf fans. Top Golf comes to Truist Park November 17th through the 20th. The immersive golf experience will provide fans with the opportunity to take part in Top Golf's signature gaming experience with Truist Park as the backdrop. Players will hit golf balls from hitting bays located on the first base side of the field into on-field targets where each shot is traced and instantly scored. Tee times are limited, so grab your buddies and secure your time today at Braves.com/TopGolf. Atlanta Braves baseball for the A.
Hey, Braves country, it's Clay Travis. Catch the Braves on the Fan right now and listen to me and Buck Sexton noon to 3 weekdays on Extra 106.3.
All right, a 2-1 lead for the Braves as we head to the top of the 5th inning. Mets have the bottom 3 due up here in the 5th. And now for more play-by-play, here's Joe.
Hey, you know those pork ribs we had tonight were really good. They're just missing one thing. Because when flavor's what you're after, Braves fans turn to the original Louisiana brand hot sauce, the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Bring the heat. Thanks, Ben. All right, let's keep it rolling here for Max Fried. He's set down 7 in a row. He only threw 7 pitches last inning. Second big league at bat for Francisco Alvarez. He hit into a double play. His first at bat on the first pitch he saw in the big leagues. Now swings and foul tips one, and the bat bounces off the screen above Guillorme in the on-deck circle, and Guillorme caught it when it was coming down.
This guy's taken 2 swings in the big leagues. He hit into a double play and then threw his bat to the side.
And almost took out his second baseman. He injured an ankle and missed quite a bit of August, or he might have gotten called up sooner. The 0-1. Backdoor breaking ball, called strike. 0-2. But his last 12 games at Syracuse, he had .395. Hit 27 homers combined between AA and AAA this year. The 0-2 outside, 1-2. He is big. Just 20, but man, he is solid. Open stance, right-handed hitter, and he wears out lefties. So says the scouting report. Wind in the 1-2, fouled back. Where's number 50? Seems to me Benny Agbayani wore number 50 for the Mets. About the same size.
You're about to say it's probably the exact same unit. Just put a different name on there.
Right. Max's 1-2 pitch. Fastball. Oh, where was it? And inside. Missed inside. He didn't give Max the call like he gave to DeGrom in the bottom of the 4th. 2-2. Here's the pitch. High, full count.
All right, I just looked it up. Agbayani was 50, and they had him listed at 6 feet tall, 225 pounds. This guy 5'10", 235.
Whew. I wasn't far off. Payoff pitch. Hit off the thumbs to first. 2 hopper. Olson's got it. Take it to the bag yourself, Matt. Boys tossed it to DeGrom just in time, or tossed to Fried just in time. Come on, Matt. We're not that far from the base. That was a bang-bang play at first. Good hustle by Alvarez. 1 out. I think that Olson did that to Fried in Philadelphia, too. Real close to the base and made him run all the way over there. Guillorme dumped a single, what was ruled a single, into left field back in the 2nd inning and drove in a run with 2 outs. Takes a strike. It was a ball that should have been caught by Eddie Rosario. Went off Rosario's glove, but they ruled it an RBI single. 2-1 Atlanta. We're in the 5th inning. Max Fried is set down 8 in a row. Oh, nice breaking ball. Slow one in there for a strike 2 call. That was a changeup before, and he doubled up on it. The 0-2 pitch. Roll foul, first base side.
Let me ask you this with Olson. He knows he's not a fast runner. We've heard him joke and kind of laugh at himself for his lack of speed. How much of that do you think is in his head where he thinks, I'm not going to be able to ever get over there?
I hope that's not it. When you don't have that far to go.
Yeah.
The other guy's got 90 feet. Another 0-2. Another one fouled off back to the screen by the Braves on deck circle. I mean, I want him to wave off the pitcher and say, stop running. Right. Save yourself some steps. Packed house at Truist Park. Braves up 2-1. Guillorme drove in that run in the first. Braves responded in the bottom of the 2nd. Pitch. Curveball roll to the right side. Arcia's got it. He'll throw back to Olson covering. 2 down. The Braves' response in the 2nd inning, if he just joined us, back-to-back home runs to start the inning by Riley and Olson, and they were rockets. How far was Olson's? 430 something?
430, right on the nose. And Riley, 422.
Number 9 hitter, Tomas Nido, the batter. Fly to right his first time. Nice running catch by Acuna. Swing and a miss. Nido's had it working too when he's been in there. He's hit .333 over his last 2 weeks. 3 for 11 against Max Fried. Not bad. The 0-1. Laid off a pitch outside. 1-1. Walking to the ballpark today, there was just a hum going on, boy, around the Battery. Everybody fired up for this series. And tonight's game, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Max has struck out 3, but he has retired 9 in a row. Fans want it to be 10. Listen to him. The 1-2 pitch. Grounded toward third. Slow roller. Charging Riley. Throws on the run. Got him. 10 in a row set down by Max Fried. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Braves still up 2-1.
It's football time, which turns Sunday and Thursday into the best days of the week. Well, they just got better, because now through October, Keno has 30% higher payouts during bonus hours before the football games. Win $500, it becomes $650. The bonus hours are Sunday 1 to 3 p.m. and Thursday 6 to 8 p.m. So play Keno online and anywhere Keno is sold and get 30% higher payouts during bonus hours. Sundays 1 to 3 p.m. and Thursdays 6 to 8 p.m. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Meet Allison, teammate at Truist Bank. Hi, she was born to care, and she always had your back. You could say that. Like that time back in the mid-'80s when she spotted Stacy Kaminsky with her new perm, and a car was coming, about to hit a puddle. So Allison jumps in front of the splash, just in time to protect Stacy's fresh curls.
Look, I had to do it. A wet perm just doesn't work.
Today, Allison's a teammate at Truist, the bank that starts with care. When you start with care, you get a different kind of bank. Learn more at truist.com/care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Attention plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVACR technicians in Atlanta. If you're not making over $51 an hour total package, this message is for you. The United Association of Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVACR Technicians Local 72 has immediate opportunities in Metro Atlanta. Top-level pay, excellent benefits in retirement, long-term projects, and safe working conditions. Contractors are hiring right now. Call 404-373-5778 or visit ua72.org and click Join Us.
Visit your local Toyota dealers or Toyota.com today. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places.
Everything you want to know about the Braves is live every weekday morning on The Locker Room, the biggest sports show in the South, 6 to 10 a.m. right here on The Fan.
Say fans, Georgia Power is investing in a more reliable power grid to deliver the carbon-free energy you need when you need it most. Bottom of the 5th, bottom third of the order for Atlanta. You can hear the trumpets for William Contreras leading off the inning. He'll be followed by Eddie Rosario and then Orlando Arcia. Jacob deGrom got back on track last inning, struck out the side. He has struck out 4 of the last 5. Time called. .56 pitches, 39 strikes for deGrom. The pitch. Slider, swing and a miss. deGrom in his 8th year in the big leagues. Out of Stetson, has been told you. The 0-1. Slider, swing and a miss. 3/4 swings at both of them. 0-2. 2 runs, 4 hits for Atlanta. 1 run, 4 hits for the Mets. And the pitch, slider taken for a ball. They appeal. He didn't go. Bat held high above his right shoulder, and now DeGrom takes too much time for William, who steps out. He's the DH tonight. 7 for 22 on the road trip with a homer. Good work. The pitch. Slider taken outside. Well, I tell you what, DeGrom is so good, he just tantalizes you with it. Nothing but sliders here. And going just a little bit farther off the plate with each one. 4 in a row. Here's the 2-2. Slider. Missed. Outside again. 5 straight sliders. Full count. Does he throw him another one? We're about to find out. Here's a payoff pitch. Fastball fouled away. 99 on that one. Another 3-2 pitch due Contreras, and again DeGrom takes too much time getting the sign. Now the wind in the pitch. Struck him out with a fastball. 99 on that heater too. Good at bat by William, laying off those sliders, but the fastball got him. And that is 4 strikeouts in a row and 5 out of 6 for DeGrom.
Both these pitchers kind of locking in right now, aren't they?
They are, and doing what they do best. Eddie Rosario struck out his first time up after getting ahead in the count 3-1. Crowding the plate again in the pitch. Check swing, laid off the pitch he struck out on his first time up. They appeal. He didn't go. Eddie was 7 for 20 on the road trip with 3 doubles. DeGrom to the plate. Swing and a miss. Slider down and in. Went right over the top of it. 1-1. 93-mile-an-hour slider. DeGrom, former Rookie of the Year. 2-time Cy Young Award winner. 1-1 pitch. Pulled foul and hard. First base side. 1-2. His ERA for the season coming in was 2.93. On the road, it's a little higher. He's 1-2 on the road with a 3.57 ERA. Braves leading this one 2-1, bottom of the 5th. Shift to the right on Eddie, who, like Contreras, steps out. Now DeGrom ready and fires. Fastball outside. Eddie laid off. 2-2. DeGrom is at his best where he is right now, and that's pitching in night games. His ERA at night is 1.85, but he's given up 2 tonight so far. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Woo! He is on fire. Changeup got him. 5 in a row he has struck out. 9 overall for DeGrom. And here's Orlando Arcia, who singled in the 3rd inning leading off. Went to second on a little swinging bunt by Acuna. Then after Swanson struck out, Harris grounded a base hit up the middle that Lindor caught out on the outfield grass. Arcia takes a strike. 0-1. But Lindor knew he did not have a play at first on Harris, so he just held the ball. And then when Arcia rounded 3rd too far, they picked him off and got him in a rundown and tagged him out to end the inning.
So really any way he could have done anything differently there?
Not really. Not really. You don't anticipate on a ground ball up the middle. You expect it to either go through or throw to first. Mm-hmm. Now the 0-2 pitch to him outside. 1-2. Colin McHugh begins to play catch in the Atlanta bullpen. Hope Max is okay. A 1-2 pitch. Swung on, hit in the air. Out towards short. Lindor backpedals onto the grass and makes the catch. And that'll end the string of 5 strikeouts in a row. But the Braves go in order for the second straight inning, and we go to the 6th. Braves up 2-1.
The Atlanta Braves and Stat Hero have partnered to bring you the biggest prize this season, $10K in cash, plus a chance to play with Braves legends at the Braves Fantasy Camp. This is sports gaming action like you've never seen before. Play for free, get hot, and go on a streak that can earn you tickets, autographed items, and VIP experiences. And there are cash contests posted daily to play lineups, not Vegas lines. Stat Hero has the highest player winning percentages you can find. Sign up right now at stathero.com/Braves. See site for details. Terms and conditions apply.
The drive to the postseason is on, so make sure your car or truck is ready for the ride. At Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers, experience a 10-minute stay-in-your-car oil change. Plus, again this season, when the Braves score 5 or more runs, you score a discount. Get $1 off a full-service oil change for every run they score, but the discount is only good the day after the game. To find a location near you, visit expressoil.com. Express Oil Change and Tire Engineers. We take care of your ride so you can enjoy the drive.
Hey guys, it's Chuck, and wait a minute, do you hear that? I think your house is trying to tell you something. If your vented dirt crawl space has water damage, mold growth, your home's air quality could be affected. The crawl space experts at AquaGuard Foundation Solutions can transform your crawl space into a clean, healthy space. Encapsulating your crawl space will help keep mold and unwanted pests out, as well as improve your home's air quality. Don't let the problem fester. Visit aquaguard.net, schedule a free evaluation, and restore your peace of mind.
AquaGuard. Hey, it's Chris Domino, and we all win because you can stream Atlanta Braves baseball totally free on the all-new 680 The Fan app. Now back to Braves baseball only on The Fan.
Into the top of the 6th inning, it's a 2-1 lead for the Braves, but a sudden, shocking move has taken place on the field. Max Fried is not coming out for the top of the 6th inning. He's thrown 55 pitches, and he'd retired 10 in a row. But Colin McHugh is on the mound now for the Braves. He comes on in relief as Max went 5 innings, giving up 1 run on just 4 base hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks. Colin McHugh, the right-hander, out there for the 56th time this season, 3-2 with a 2.69 ERA. But we're watching the monitor in between innings, Joe, and it looked like Max was squatting down, maybe was uncomfortable, and then went down the tunnel.
No, I would just watch that again, Ben. He ran over to the trash can and was squatting over the trash can. He was sick. And I don't know if he was throwing up, but he was sick at his stomach. And McHugh will be given whatever time he needs to get ready. When Snitker came out and talked to Nick Lentz, a home plate umpire, it was for an injury.
Right.
So he'll be given the time he needs. So it is a revolting turn of events given the way Max was pitching in a 1-run game.
Yeah, he's been great. And I guess if you're looking for any kind of positive, at least it's not some kind of injury with arm or shoulder or anything else. But you hate losing him for this ball game because he's been so good tonight.
Well, and what a 180-degree contrast from the 5 innings he threw at Philadelphia in his last start. No walks, 3 strikeouts, the 1 run that shouldn't have been in the 2nd inning. But we'll see if the bullpen's been really good. It's kind of like they've all found their level, you know. They've all found some place to really settle. And Colin McHugh's been that guy that a lot of times comes in with 2 outs and runners on and gives you an inning plus. Well, we'll see how it works out here, but it's on the bullpen now after Max Fried goes 5. And top of the order for McHugh, Nimmo, Alonso, and Lindor. Nimmo had struck out and grounded out. And a murmur through the crowd. Everybody trying to figure this one out. First pitch. Slider, strike call.
Let me correct something, Joe. I did not count the last inning that Fried threw. He was at 71 pitches.
Okay.
Through the 5 innings.
Still, it didn't have anything to do with that.
Right.
The 0-1. Breaking ball inside to even the count. Nimmo, a left-handed hitter. He'll be a free agent at the end of the year, and a lot of clubs would love to have him. Outside 2-1. Good on base percentage. His batting average 266, but for example, he's walked 18 times in his last 18 games. And he can run. He scored 99 runs on the year. The 2-1 from McHugh. Fouled away left side and into the second deck and down into the bottom bowl. Two and two. Dansby cheats up the middle a little bit. Riley off the line at third, and the left-handed hitter grounds one up the middle. Backhanded by Arcia, gets to his feet, throws, not in time. No stumble out of the box this time by Nimmo, and that's what it would have taken to throw him out this time, but a nice piece of glove work by Arcia, but a leadoff single for Nimmo.
Funny thing is, I mean, you knew that Nimmo was going to beat it out, but Orlando's arm is so good that it wasn't until he crossed the bag where he officially counted out Orlando.
Yeah. So that snaps the string of 10 in a row set down by Max Fried, with now McHugh out there. And that'll bring up Alonso, who singled in the first, flied out in the third. Doesn't hit many balls on the ground, but he's a double play candidate if he does. Stretch in the pitch, slider, grounded up the middle, right to Arcia. He'll take it to the bag himself. Fire to first, double play, 2 down. Big play right there for Colin McHugh. We'll make that the Truist play of the game. Brought to you by Truist, the official bank of the Atlanta Braves. And Francisco Lindor, the batter. He is hit into a fielder's choice and struck out. Batting left-handed against McHugh. Braves up 2-1, 6th inning. Outside, ball 1. Second double play of the night hit into by the Mets. Line in the pitch. Strike call at the letters. Shift to the right on Lindor, with Swanson the only guy on the left side, and he's just about halfway between second and third and close to the edge of the infield grass. Now Lindor calls time. And the 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Let's pause for station identification on the Braves network.
WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station. The Atlanta Braves only play on the Fan, 680 and 93.7 FM.
Here's the 2-1 pitch to Lindor. Backdoor slider just missed, 3-1. Joe Bennett, Jay Chad with you from Truist Park. Boy, it's good to be home and in front of a packed house here in the home yard. 2-1 Braves. Wine in the pitch. Swung on, grounded up the middle into the shift. There is Arcia firing over to first in time. And after the double play, McHugh only has to face 3 batters, and we go to the bottom of the 6th. Home run jackpot time. Braves up 2-1.
Braves fans, keep cheering on your favorite team all season long with a frozen drink from McDonald's. Cool off with a refreshing frozen Coke, or crush your cravings like a Game 6 home run with a new Braves Frozen Fanta. Crushed ice blended with your favorite flavors. Frozen Fanta Wild Cherry and Blue Raspberry. Any size is just $1.69. Plus, score any size Coke Zero Sugar for $1. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink. Prices and participation may vary. Limited time only. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Coca-Cola and Fanta are registered trademarks of the Coca-Cola Company.
Baseball fans, Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta invites you to rediscover fun again. Slide into the official hotel of the world champion Atlanta Braves in style and stay for more than just the game. Enjoy craft cocktails at 582 Waterside Lounge, just 582 feet from home plate, next to our sparkling rooftop pool. The playlist is endless at Omni Hotel at the Battery Atlanta. Explore special rates and packages when you book at omnihotels.com/Battery Atlanta.
There's nothing better than an Atlanta Braves game day. While you're sitting in the ballpark staring at the sky between pitches, it's the perfect time to think about, what if this is the season I could finally beat the freeze in a race? I could, right? I ran track in high school. I better start training and fuel up the way he does, at Racetrack. Is he a savory or a sweet guy? Maybe a pizza slice. Definitely a freeze blast frozen drink or two. I don't have much time. I better get moving. See you on the field. Racetrack. Whatever gets you going. Proud partner of the Atlanta Braves.
Visit your local Toyota dealers or Toyota.com today. No matter your destination, Toyota goes with you. Toyota, let's go places.
Braves talk is never over. It continues 6 to 10 with me, home team Brandon Leak, and my buddies in the locker room on the Fan. Now back to Braves baseball.
Hey, we go to the bottom of the sixth. Braves up 2-1. Top of the order due up for Atlanta. Georgia Lottery home run jackpot inning for Ardelia Williams of Redan, Georgia. Ronald lays off a slider. Ball one. He has grounded out twice, once to short and then once right out in front of the plate. Jackpot worth $1,300 tonight. Braves need a base runner. DeGrom has been on a roll. Struck out the side in the fourth, got him 1-2-3 in the fifth with a couple of strikeouts. Fly ball sent foul down the left field line. Acuna got around a little too quick. 1-1 the count. If you'd like to enter for your chance to win at least $1,000 in the Georgia Lottery, visit 680thefan.com/GA Lottery. Georgia Lottery. Today could be the day. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss and a slider. Two runs, 4 hits for Atlanta. A run on 5 hits for the Mets. Braves have turned 2 double plays. They also had a couple of misplays in left field that cost them a run in the second inning. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Chased another slider. Strikeout number 10 for DeGrom. Dansby's been a strikeout victim twice. Swinging in the first at a slider, chased a bad ball. Called out on strikes in the third inning on a perfect pitch down and away in the bottom corner of the strike zone.
That strikeout, Jacob DeGrom records his fifth.
Straight up for Swanson. And the pitch. Swung on, driven to left field. Pretty good. Way back, deep, and gone. Dansby Swanson has taken DeGrom deep again. He took him deep in New York. Showed him he can do it in Atlanta, too. Home run number 23. 3-1 Atlanta. More taillights, Ben.
Yeah, that's an enormous run right there. When you get locked up in a tight ball game with these guys getting late, give yourself a little bit of breathing room on a night where your pitcher gets ill and has to leave after 5 innings. That's a huge cut by Dansby.
DeGrom had only given up 6 homers all year. He's given up 3 more tonight. And we have a winner in the jackpot, too. Harris takes outside, ball 1. Harris is 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. The 1-0. Swung on, lifted foul, and out of play, 1-1. Ardelia Williams from Redan, Georgia, won $1,300 on that homer.
441 feet.
Wow. Longest of the night. The 1-1 to Harris. Swung on, lifted in the air to left field, but I don't think this one will go. Canna backs up onto the warning track, and he'll make the catch just shy of the track in left field. 2 down. You think the fans aren't into this? Everything hitting the air. They are going crazy.
Well, everything that these fans got to experience last year, they obviously want to experience it again. I mean, it was the most fun any of us have ever had, at least since 1995. And what I love about tonight is everybody knows how to get here, where to park now, big crowd.
Austin Riley knows how to park one.
And you know, you come into a ball game like this. By the way, Max Fried left tonight's game after feeling ill.
Yeah, we had that figured out. 1-0. Pretty good pitch laid off. Didn't go. 2-0.
But what I'm getting at is this is what this crowd expects. And this is why you play baseball. You sit around all summer waiting on this, and it comes, and now they're being treated to another great opportunity here at the ballpark.
It's a beautiful thing. 2-0 pitch is a strike call. 2-1 to Riley. You know, when Dansby first hit that ball, it was hit so high, I didn't know if it had a chance to get out, and it went way up in the seats. 2-1 to Riley. Looking for his second homer of the night. He lays off a high fastball. 3-1.
Well, on the analytics out there in left center field with exit velocity and distance, they had an apex height of 102 feet off the ground.
3-1. Strike call. Fastball in there at 99. Full count, 2 out, nobody on. Swanson's 23rd homer, 93rd RBI. DeGrom's 86th pitch. The pitch is swung on and foul tip and caught by Nido. And he records his 11th strikeout of the night. But not before. Swanson took him deep again. 1 run, 1 hit. We go to the 7th. Braves up 3-1.
You may have heard that everything's bigger in Texas, and that includes big flavor. At the Texas Chili Company, we've been perfecting authentic Southern flavor for over 65 years. So this cookout season, gather your friends and family and try our handcrafted premium beef franks and original Texas chili. Visit TexasChili.com to place an order today for a taste of Texas delivered right to your front door. Use code RADIO10 for 10% off your order. The Texas Chili Company, so good, they named a state after it.
Hey, Braves fans, it's Jim Powell. Emory Healthcare, the official healthcare provider for the Atlanta Braves, is looking for talented people like you to join their team. There are numerous opportunities to join Emory Healthcare at locations across the metro area, including clinical and non-clinical roles. Work where the players go. Get started by visiting emoryhealthcare.org/Braves2022 to see all open positions. That's emoryhealthcare.org/Braves2022.
Baseball is full of superstitions. Players wear dirty socks, managers switch seats, and you fans have your rally caps and lucky jerseys. And then there's potato chips. The team overcoming a 3-run deficit with a grand slam in the 9th might be solely due to your crunching away on some Wise potato chips. Maybe, maybe not. But any real Braves fan will give it a try. Time is of the essence. Reach for a bag of Wise potato chips, the official potato chips of the Atlanta Braves. Available in a wide variety of flavors.
Hey, Braves Country, it's Carlos Medina. You can now check me out with Tug and Rhino on the Morning Extra, 6 to 9 a.m. on 106.3 FM. And now back to Braves Baseball.
Vance Napa goes all in for Atlanta with championship-level parts and service for your vehicle. It's no surprise that Napa's a proud sponsor of your world champions, the Atlanta Braves. Pitching change for the Braves. McHugh goes an inning, gives up a hit, but gets him. Thanks to a double play, he only faced 3 batters. So Raisel Iglesias will come on for Atlanta. With Atlanta, no record, an 0.40 ERA, 22 innings, 24 strikeouts, 4 walks, and he'll face Canna, McNeil, and Escobar for the Mets. And back once again, here's Ben.
Thank you, Joe. Iglesias next up in line. Boy, he's been so good with the Braves. 24 games with Atlanta. That sub-1 ERA. Can't get over that number. That's up and in for a strike. On a 1 count on Canna. Really doesn't even do it justice to say a sub-1 ERA with the Braves. It's 0.40.
Yeah.
Sub-half ERA. 0-1 on Mark Canna. Pitch from Iglesias. That'll be fouled back 0-2. Well, this Braves bullpen has been rolling strong here recently. They look good on that road trip. And now they are tasked with the challenge of coming into the ball game maybe a little bit earlier than they expected. But you get this time of year, especially October, it's all hands on deck. Everything changes down there in that bullpen because you just never know what you're going to run into. No balls and 2 strikes on the pitch on the way. That's low, 1-2. I had a conversation with Peter Moylan about this not too long ago and talking about how it goes in the bullpen and when you start warming up, when you start stretching, things like that prior to pitching. And we're talking about an ace on the mound. You're thinking, well, maybe I don't have to really start stretching till maybe the 5th, 6th inning and see when I get used. 1-2, got him swinging, strike 3, and a good changeup from Iglesias. And then if you maybe have a guy in your rotation who's not your ace, so your 4th or 5th guy, maybe you start stretching 3rd, 4th inning. He said when it's a postseason game where you get late in the season, you have a game of this magnitude. You're thinking it could be, that door could open any time.
There are no more rules.
Yeah.
Attention media, today's attendance is 42,402. It's a sellout. 4-2.
Sellout crowd on a Friday night. Here's Jeff McNeil. 3-1 Braves in the 7th.
22 season.
That'll be fouled off. This is the 40th sellout for the Braves this year.
It's also the 100th sellout in Truist Park history.
And the 100th sellout in Truist Park history. That includes postseason crowds. 42,402. There's Truist Park tonight.
They're packed in everywhere.
Mm-hmm. 1 down, base is empty for McNeil. Iglesias brings it 0-1. That's hit in the air towards left center field. Sprinting towards it, Michael Harris. He will run this thing down. Man, he got a great jump out there. Covered a lot of ground and was able to get such a good jump that he was able to slow up there towards the end and make it look very routine. For Eduardo Escobar. Braves fans know a thing or two about flavor. That's why the original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. It is perfect for everything. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce. Bring the heat. Braves bringing the heat with 3 solo homers tonight. Dansby, Austin, and Matt have all gone deep for the Braves. And leading 3-1. Escobar takes a ball outside. Braves in a shift, 3 on the right side against the left-handed hitting Escobar. Take 1 low, 2 balls, no strikes. Hitters count for Escobar. 1 for 2 in the ball game. That's fouled off. 2-1. Two finals already in the big leagues today. Cubs over the Reds 6-1. Phillies and Nationals were supposed to play a doubleheader today, but the Storms that have moved up the eastern seaboard have knocked out game 2 and said they'll play a doubleheader tomorrow. Phillies won that ball game earlier today 5-1. There's a drive to right field. Acuna going over into the corner, won't get there. That'll one hop off the wall. Escobar rounding first, heading for second base, and he's got a 2-out double.
Telling you, this guy is red hot.
He's now 2 for 3 in the ball game, and he extends the inning for Francisco Alvarez. That's a Big run down there at second base that brings the tying run to the plate. Iglesias facing Alvarez for the first time. Everybody's facing him for the first time. He's making his debut. There's a floater foul over the Braves dugout. That becomes a souvenir.
Pretty obvious he likes that first pitch. Chris Domino, part of our Braves broadcast crew, had another suggestion for number 50, former Met, Sid Fernandez.
Yeah.
Pretty good one.
A one's in there for a called strike. 0-2, and this crowd of 42,402 going to rise to their feet as they want a strikeout. Marcel way ahead, 0-2 on Alvarez. Travis sets up away. Here it comes on a fly ball towards center. Going back, Harris, still back. Squares up to it right at the edge of the warning track and puts away out number 3. Alvarez hit it deep, but not deep enough, and that ends the top of the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Time for us to stretch here in Atlanta. We head to the bottom of the 7th with the Braves leading 3-1.
When it comes to families fighting childhood cancer, Hyundai Hope on Wheels is there to offer hope through science, to fund innovative cancer research for cures and prevention so that kids can just be kids. And as the journey continues, Hyundai will continue to be there as well. Because when it comes to fighting childhood cancer, we're thinking of every mile. Hyundai, it's your journey. For every new Hyundai vehicle purchased, $14 is donated by Hyundai to Hyundai Hope on Wheels. Funds are used for pediatric cancer research grants and to raise public awareness. For more info, please visit HyundaiHopeOnWheels.org.
The original Louisiana brand hot sauce is the official hot sauce of the Atlanta Braves. It adds flavor to so many things, including wings, pizza, burgers, burritos, taquitos, tacos, and avocados. But that's not all. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce is also great on popcorn, barbecue, nachos, beans, chili, eggs, and corn on the cob, just to name a few. The original Louisiana brand hot sauce, bring the heat. It's also great on French fries, mac and cheese, sushi.
When you download the Home Depot app, taking on big or small projects starts with a tap. It's your pocket-sized toolbox for getting more done. Image search helps you find what you need with a snap. Store mode pinpoints exactly where to go to get what you want while you're at our store. Or just tap to arrange for easy curbside pickup, all from the palm of your hand. It's the app that's made for doing. The Home Depot app. How doers get more done.
Thank you, Doubletree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta, for being a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves. Conveniently located within walking distance to the Atlanta Braves Stadium. Book your next stay at the Doubletree Suites by Hilton at the Battery Atlanta.
Talk Braves baseball every weekday morning in the locker room with home team Joe Hamilton, Finneran, John Michaels, and Hudson Mason. 6 to 10 a.m. on The Fan.
Mets make a pitching change with the Braves on top 3-1 going to the bottom of the 7th inning. Jacob deGrom is out. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs. All 3 runs on solo homers. No walks, 11 strikeouts. Homers to Riley, Olson, and Swanson. On for his 5th relief appearance is Tylor Megill. He's 4-2 with a 5.04 ERA. In addition to his relief appearances, he's made 9 starts and has pitched well against Atlanta in the past in those starts. 44 innings, 50 strikeouts, 13 walks. Olson, Darno, and Contreras due up here in the 7th. Let's add on.
That's a good point you bring up about Megill, because he's been that guy in their rotation when he's been healthy, where you might get him that day, and this is no disrespect to Tylor Megill. But you'll look at him and say, well, it's not DeGrom or Scherzer, so we should take care of business today. Pitch misses high. And he's had really good outings versus the Braves.
Yes, he has.
1 ball and no strikes on Matt Olson. His home run back in the 2nd inning gave the Braves the lead. They haven't looked back, leading 3-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. 1-0 pitch. That is sucked into right field and a base hit by Matt. Clean single into right.
Here he comes.
Liking what we're seeing out of Matt Olson. 1 down for Travis d'Arnaud. A couple other scores to pass along your way. The Brewers, who are right there in a dogfight with the Phillies for that last spot in the wild card picture of the National League, they're scoreless at home against the Marlins tonight. And the Phillies already won earlier today, and the Phillies have a doubleheader tomorrow. And with that race and what we have with the Braves and the Mets here in Atlanta in game 1 of this 3-game series, those are the most compelling races in the National League by far. And that's the Dynamite out-of-town scoreboard. Pitch on the way to Travis, way outside. Dynamite is an all-natural daily whole food supplement that helps support your dog's immune system, digestion, healthy skin, and shiny coat. Go to Dynamite.com and get on track to a healthy pet. DINOVITE.com. 3-1 Atlanta, bottom of the 7th. Looking to add on with a runner at first base and no one out. McGill deals. And there's a swing and a miss.
You're talking about the Brewers and the Phillies. Brewers really lost a game yesterday that they didn't expect to lose, giving up a grand slam to a former teammate. Avi Garcia hit a grand slam in the 8th.
It's like, who wants that last spot?
Yeah.
And Phillies and Brewers have been tripping all over themselves. 1-1 on Travis. Waiting on McGill. The 1-1. In the air towards right center field. May find a gap. That's carrying pretty well. That's back to the wall. Off the base of the wall. Olsen to third base will get a stop sign. That'll be a double by Travis d'Arnaud. Single by Olsen. Double by d'Arnaud. And the Braves sitting pretty here in the 7th. Perfectly split between Nimmo and McNeil.
Change up, and boy, did he put a good swing on it. A little inside out, hit it off the wall in right center. Good read by Olsen, too. He was off to the races.
Infield will come in. You get a base hit right here. You score at least 1 run, maybe even 2. And this place will be going crazy. 3-1 Atlanta, bottom of the 7th. Pitch for McGill. Swing and a miss. Fastball 95 right on the inside corner. Mets scored 1 run in the top of the 2nd. Braves got 2 in the bottom of the 2nd and another in the 6th. And they need a clutch hit right now to add on to that lead here late. 0-1 pitch. Will be lifted foul into the seats down the first baseline. Suddenly 0-2.
If there's a time where you want to have warning track power, so to speak, this is it. You got a runner at third base, nobody out, just hit a fly ball. Almost like batting practice. Just see if you can hit a ball to the outfield. Base hit would be better, of course, but fly ball gets you a run.
All the infielders right on the edge of the grass. 0-2 pitch. Fouled back. That'll be under our booth. Still at 0-2 count.
Good swing.
William is 0 for 2 in the ball game with a ground out to short and a strikeout. Well, that strikeout back in the 5th inning, don't let that fool you. That was a pretty good AB. He had some good cuts and went deep in that account versus DeGrom. Steadies the bat over the top of his helmet. 0-2. Outside. Good eye on that slider. One and 2 on Contreras. McGill, the big right-hander, looking into his catcher, Nito. Now straightens right at the belt buckle. 1-2 pitch. Off the outside corner. Pretty good take right there.
That was a good pitch. Just didn't come back like McGill wanted it to tail back over the outside corner.
Bearded right-hander McGill looking straight down at the mound. Now raises his head to look into his catcher. d'Arnaud at second, Olsen at third. And the 2-2 pitch. In the air. Down the right field line into foul ground. Alonso makes the catch. And he makes the catch in foul territory about 20 feet back of the infield cutout. So obviously Olsen can't advance. One out here in the 7th inning. They bring Eddie Rosario to the plate. The bottom of the order trying to make it happen for the Braves here in the 7th. Eddie is over 2 with 2 strikeouts. Just turned 31 years old this week. .218 average for the left-handed hitter. Infield remains in with d'Arnaud at second and Olson over at third base. Crowd chanting for Eddie Rosario. Staring down McGill on the first pitch. Late on the swing. Fastball outer edge of the plate, and he was tardy in an 0-1 count. Well, the way that Eddie's been swinging it lately, you'd say you'd like his chances for contact here.
Yeah, and he's been hitting the ball pretty well to left center, left field, too. Might be trying to pull too much on this occasion.
0-1. And a high fly ball to deep right center field. Olson tagging. Nimmo is under it. Nimmo's got it. Here comes Matt. Throw will be going to second base. Both runners tag. Both advance. And the Braves tack on another run. That's a big one. Olson scores as Eddie gets the job done. It's 4-1 Atlanta here in the seventh.
That's all it takes. Good situational hitting there by Rosario. And a big run.
Now you bring Arcia to the plate. And Orlando had a base hit back in the third inning. And like we've said before, this guy didn't get cheated. He's going to let it rip. Looking for a 2-out knock to drive in d'Arnaud from third base. 4-1 Braves, bottom of the seventh. He swings and misses a top shelf fastball. That was up and out of the zone. Waving the bat up and down. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Inside, almost hit him. Fastball 95 that just about unbuckled his belt.
That won't slow Arcia down. He'll still take a big cut at you.
1-1 pitch. Outside with a slider. It's only the third time Orlando has ever faced McGill. He's 0 for 2 in his career against him. Mets in the eighth will have 8, 9, and 1 coming up. Braves will carry at least a 3-run lead in the eighth. 2-1 fouled back. Pretty good cut at that fastball on a 2-2 count. A.J. Minter waiting for his turn. He's standing on the bullpen mound. And the lefty will be summoned for the eighth inning. Travis standing at third base looking for a lift home. And Orlando Arcia waiting on a 2-2 pitch from Tylor Megill. This will be his 18th pitch of the inning. And the 2-2. Check swing on a fastball high. Didn't go. Well, 3-2 now on Arcia. McGill's first inclination might be to go right back towards the top of the strike zone with a fastball because Arcia has not had the easiest time holding off of that pitch. 3-2. Pitch on the way. And that is blistered in the air. Deep left center field towards the gap. That is off of the wall on the fly. That'll score the run. Orlando into second base. RBI double. That dugout is bouncing down there, and it's 5-1 Atlanta.
The Big O coming through again.
And that'll be it for Tylor Megill. Here comes Buck Showalter. And the Mets will make the Aero Exterminators call to the bullpen. Make the right call. Protect your home or business from pests by calling 888-GO-AERO or visit AeroExterminators.com. Tell you about the new pitcher when we come back. 5-1 Atlanta.
And now, Wandering Thoughts with Dansby Swanson.
What would a baseball game look like on the moon? Can our mascot do the worm? Is there an SUV that can go over 7 different terrains?
Why, yes, Dansby. The 2022 Ford Bronco Sport SUV has up to 7 GOAT modes, which means it can go over any type of terrain. Well, other than the moon.
Oh, wow.
Start wandering in a Bronco Sport. See your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the world champion Atlanta Braves.
The Aloft at the Battery Atlanta, a preferred hotel of the Atlanta Braves, is located at the center of all the excitement. Whether you are in town for work or pleasure, we can meet all your travel needs. Come experience a unique blend of food, drinks, and entertainment, all located within the Aloft Hotel. Afterwards, wind down in your spacious, vibrant guest room packed with amenities you can't miss out on. Enjoy the Battery Atlanta experience by making the Aloft your home base, where we are committed to safety and cleanliness. Aloft Hotels, different by design.
Attention plumbers, pipe fitters, and HVACR technicians in Atlanta. If you're not making over $51 an hour total package, this message is for you. The United Association of Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVACR Technicians Local 72 has immediate opportunities in Metro Atlanta. Top-level pay, excellent benefits in retirement, long-term projects, and safe working conditions. Contractors are hiring right now. Call 404-373-5778 or visit ua72.org and click Join Us.
For game-changing performance on the field to getting things done around the house, Doers make a difference. And when it comes to home improvement needs delivered right to your door, the Home Depot is how Doers get more done.
Braves country, it's Clay Travis, fellow Braves fan. This is Atlanta's one and only home for Braves baseball, The Fan, and the 680 The Fan app.
Next pitcher for the Mets, Trevor May, hard-throwing right-hander, 2-0, 5.64 ERA in 23 games. He does have a save, 26 strikeouts in 22 innings.
Braves leading 5-1 and a chance for another one with 2 down and a runner at second base. Acuna is 0 for 3, 2 ground outs and a strikeout. Right-on-right matchup, first pitch in there for a called strike. Got his changeup over. Well, the Braves were not fooled at all by Tyler McGill. Single, double, pop out, sac fly for a run, and then the RBI double. May, the third pitcher used by Buck Showalter. A 1 pitch. Missed high, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hey, how about a tip of the cap to Brian Snitker? He had Arcia pitch in that game in Philadelphia when the Braves were getting blown out. And then almost as a thank you, he got, I think, pinch hit the next game, and then he started the next game.
Yeah. 1-1 pitch. Called strike.
And he contributed in both of those offensively. He has been starting ever since. And basically, as we keep saying, Snit going with the hot hand, and it didn't change with the Mets.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be changing anytime soon.
No.
Ball and 2 strikes on Acuna. Time taken by Ronald. Garcia takes his lead at second base. 1-2 from May. Up and in, 2 balls, 2 strikes. That was a close shave at the 97-mile-an-hour fastball up and in. Ronald digs back in. And gold chain with his number 13 dangling around his neck. Slightly open stance. Windmills his bat, now steadies. Waiting on the 2-2 from May. And here it comes. Upstairs, 3-2. And Ronald reaches. Dansby will come to the plate. How about the job here in the bottom of the 7th inning by the middle and bottom of the order?
Awesome.
They have been splitting some gaps here in the 7th inning. 3-2 to Ronald. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Phantom with a changeup. That'll bring the 7th inning to a close, but the Braves send 6 to the plate, and 2 of them scored on 3 hits. No errors and a man left. We head to the top of the 8th inning. Braves 5, Mets 1.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and flutters the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma. Lease a new 2022 Toyota RAV4 LE for $299 a month for 36 months. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid October 3rd, 2022. Well-qualified lessees with approved credit through Southeast Toyota Finance. $35.98 due at signing. No security deposit with select equipment. $350 disposition fee. Excludes tax tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
Everything electrical in Truist Park was done by an IBEW electrician. I'm Kenny Mullins for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 613 here in Atlanta. We're a dedicated team of over 5,000 electricians who make great pay and even better benefits. And we build Atlanta's most important projects like the home of our Atlanta Braves. If you're an electrical worker, come join us. Learn more at IBEW613.org.
The Eat Fresh Refresh just won't stop. Now Subway's refreshing their catering with easy order platters and boxed meals perfect for any occasion. Start with our sandwich or wrap platters. They're loaded with craveable crowd pleasers to feed your crew without all the work. Or try our individually packaged box meals, each with a tasty 6-inch sub, foot-long, or wrap, plus chips and a freshly baked cookie. So when you have a group to feed, make it fun, delicious, and easy with catering from Subway. Visit Subway.com to place your catering order.
Advance notice may be required.
Hey, it's Kevin McAlpin, and I'm talking Braves with the Locker Room every weekday morning at 7:45 on Atlanta Braves Today, exclusively on The Fan.
7 innings in the books. Braves up 5-1. Iglesias goes an inning, gives up a hit. Also recorded a strikeout, no runs. Now on to pitch the 8th inning for the Braves, A.J. Minter. This lines up pretty well. He's 5-4, a 2.01 ERA. 67 innings, 91 strikeouts against only 13 walks. This is his 73rd game. Guillorme was scheduled to lead off, but now a pinch hitter will bat and send up a right-handed hitter instead of the left-handed hitting Guillorme.
This will be Blankenhorn. Mark Vientos. One scoreboard says Blankenhorn, the other one says Vientos.
Used to be Blankenhorn's number a couple of years ago.
First pitch on the way. There's ball low and outside.
He's only been in 12 games since he was called up. 4 for 28, but does have a homer.
Pitch on the way from A.J. Swung on, missed. Fastball 96. You know, in the same way that we've been talking about the right batters starting to heat up at the right time, Olson, Ozuna, Acuna, Rosario, Arcia, I think we're going to have the same conversation about the guys in the bullpen.
I agree.
Fastball outside. And they've settled into these roles, and it's not like it's a mystery or anything like that, but here lately we've seen more of Iglesias 7th, Minter 8th, Kenley 9th.
But I think that's all about where they are in the lineup, Ben, which inning they work.
There's the 2-1. That'll be fouled back.
For example, this was supposed to be lefty, righty, lefty this inning, so there are going to be 2 left-handed hitters. A.J. works that inning. Iglesias worked last inning. What do you have? Right, left? Switch hitter. Right.
Right, yep. And they're both very comfortable with that.
Yes.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Mark Vientos. A.J. set, leg kick in the 2-2. Ground ball bouncer out to short. Backhanded by Dansby. And his throw crosses in time. 1 out here in the 8th inning. That'll be Tomas Nido.
And in case I forgot, Guillermo Heredia in left field. You may have already mentioned that, but he's in there for Rosario.
Get a lead late in the ball game. You feel good about that outfield defensively. Heredia, Harris, and Acuna. 5-1 Braves, top of the 8th. Tomas Nido is 0 for 2 with a pop out and a ground out. 240 hitting catcher. A.J.'s first pitch pushed him off the plate. Started with a changeup. The ball game in Milwaukee is still scoreless. Marlins and Brewers. Wild card picture in both leagues. Still up for grabs. Every other division has been settled outside of the National League East. 1-0 pitch from Minter. That's outside, nowhere near to 2-0 count.
Hey, I don't wish that on anybody, what the Phillies are having to do. After playing a day game yesterday in Chicago, having to fly to Washington, play a day game today, you get rained out. Now you got to play 2 tomorrow. Maybe.
Yeah.
Forecast is for rain all day.
Joely Rodriguez tossing in their bullpen. AJ wants a brand new baseball. Gets one from Nick Lentz. And a 2-0 count on Tomas Nido. One down, bases empty. AJ's 2-0 pitch. Going to be fouled back. Breeze really picking up out in right center, blowing in from right center across the outfield, right at the left field foul pole. And we knew we could get some wind gusts tonight. Starting to see that now. Meanwhile, the wave making its way around the left field foul pole and coming right at us towards the press box down the third base line. The 2-1 pitch. In the air towards right center. Michael Harris sprinting back with urgency. Back to the wall. That ball is gone. Tomas Nido with a home run into the Braves bullpen the opposite way. That is an impressive jolt by Tomas Nido, and that makes it a 5-2 ball game.
That is you could draw a line of every home run Nido's hit, and about 90% of them is hit right in that exact spot in right center.
Well, the Mets get one of those runs back that they gave up in the bottom of the 7th. Game back to the top of the order to Brandon Nimmo. Homer number 3 for Nido on the season. The first by the Mets tonight. Brandon Nimmo is 1 for 3. That almost hit him. Cutter up and in. That homer traveled 406 feet by Nimmo. And off his bat at 103 miles an hour.
He carried over the brick wall in right center. That says something.
There's a called strike. Cutter right at the top of the zone, even the count 1-1. Leg kick in the 1-1 pitch. Fouled back 1-2. Nimmo struck out back in the first inning. Doesn't strike out much. Braves got him to ground out to shortstop in the 3rd inning, and he singled back in the 6th inning. And he was on the front end of that 4-3 double play that Orlando Arcia turned over. 1-2 lefty-lefty matchup. Travis sets up away in the 1-2 pitch. Cracked foul into the seats down the left field line. Home run ball has been the difference in the ball game tonight for the Braves. Leading by 3 runs on a night where they've hit 3 solo home runs. Dansby Swanson, Austin Riley, Matt Olson all with homers. Now Minter looking to put away Nimmo and collect the second out here in the 8th inning. The 1-2 pitch. Again fouled off. And into the seats along the third baseline.
So far it looks like Nimmo is not going to let AJ strike him out or get him out with that cutter down and away. He is all over the outside third of the plate.
AJ bent at the waist, gives a tug to the cap as he waits on Nimmo to climb back in. Nimmo does, and AJ straightens. Again, the 1-2 pitch to Brandon Nimmo. Just missed fastball that just missed the outside corner. How do you lay off of that pitch?
I don't know. Looked like the right call, just off the plate. But I don't know how he didn't swing at that after chasing those cutters.
Now the count of 2-2. A.J. fires. Got him swinging. Went to the fastball. Inner third of the plate against the lefty Nimmo, and he might have made contact with it, but tipped it in the middle of Travis d'Arnaud, and 2 down.
Well, that's where he needed to go after him hanging over the outer third of the plate. He had to pull his hands in to try to get to that fastball, and all he could do is foul tip it into the glove. Good pitch by A.J.
Now this will be Alonso's turn. Alonso is 2 for 5 with 2 doubles in his career versus A.J. Minter. The 3 times that A.J. has gotten him, all 3 strikeouts. You get him, you carry at least a 3-run lead to the 9th for Kenley Jansen. First pitch missed the outside corner, trying to change up.
I'm glad it was outside. That was not a good pitch. About belt high.
Lefty-righty matchup. Alonso is 1 for 3. Singled way back in the first inning. 1-0's in there. Into a good fastball in a good place. 97, knee high on the inside corner. The good news is you don't have to worry about anyone being on base for Alonso. He has been an RBI machine with 131 runs batted in, and goes along with his impressive tally of 40 homers. 1-1 on Alonso. A.J. cuts it loose. Up and in, 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, Nimmo is 1 for 4 tonight, ahead of him. And the only time Nimmo reached, Alonso followed with a double play ball.
That was a big swing inning there, getting that double play ball. And then the Braves got the homer from Dansby in the bottom of that inning. 2 balls and a strike with 2 down, and the pitch from Minter. There's a called strike right at the top of the zone with a changeup. Well, he's got him down to his final strike, and this crowd will rise to their feet looking for one more. Sellout crowd of 42,402. And they've been electric all night long. And if he strikes out Alonso, this crowd will tell you exactly what happened. The 2-2 pitch. Popped up, foul ground, d'Arnaud coming over. Travis has room, and he's got it right next to the on-deck circle. And that puts away Alonso and the Mets here in the 8th inning. They pick up 1 run on the homer by Nido. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, none left. We head to the bottom of the 8th with the Braves leading the Mets 5-2.
What widens the eyes, tightens the stomach, and flutters the heart. Adrenaline. Feel it for yourself in the Toyota RAV4, Camry, Corolla, and Tacoma. Get 1.9% APR for 36 months on a new 2022 Toyota RAV4. Toyota, let's go places. Offer valid through October 3rd, 2022. 0 down for well-qualified buyers with approved credit and financing through Southeast Toyota Finance. $28.60 monthly payment for every $1,000 financed. Excludes tax, tag, registration, title, and dealer fees. See dealer for details.
This is the perfect time to pressure wash your home. Cleanwell pressure washed the Braves Stadium, and they won the World Series. Imagine what our experienced team can do for you. With over 20 years' experience of making property shine, Cleanwell wants to make your home as spectacular as Truist Park. And as a Braves official partner, we're giving away free Braves tickets with every home wash. Cleanwell's pressure washing service is the only choice for your home. And just like the Braves, we are the world champions in pressure washing. For your free estimate, go to cleanwellsafe.com. That's cleanwellsafe.com.
It's
football time, which turns Sunday and Thursday into the best days of the week. Well, they just got better because now through October, Keno has 30% higher payouts during bonus hours before the football games. Win $500, it becomes $650. The bonus hours are Sunday 1 to 3 p.m. and Thursday 6 to 8 p.m. So play Keno online and anywhere Keno is sold and get 30% higher payouts during bonus hours. Sundays 1 to 3 p.m. and Thursdays 6 to 8 p.m. Only from the Georgia Lottery. Play responsibly.
Book your game day stay with Omni Atlanta Hotel at CNN Center located in downtown Atlanta. Visit omnihotels.com/Atlanta for special offers when booking your game day stay.
Hey Atlanta, Hudson Mason, and you can stream Atlanta Braves baseball totally free on the all-new 680 The Fan app. Now back to Braves baseball, only on The Fan.
These changes for the Mets as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Now checking in to play right field will be Tyler Naquin. Moving in from right field to second base is Jeff McNeil. On to pitch is Joely Rodriguez. Rodriguez 2-4, 4.75 ERA. This is his 53rd game. A lot of strikeouts, 55 of them in 47 innings, but a lot of walks too, 26. And he'll face the heart of the order beginning with Dansby Swanson. Braves up 5-2.
And Kenley up in the Braves bullpen. Yeah, the Braves will hand him at least a 3-run lead. He'll be facing 2, 3, and 4 in the Mets order. Now Nick Lentz, home plate umpire, is walking out to the mound. He wants to check the sleeve.
Yeah.
He's wearing a long sleeve that is a black sleeve, but it looks like it's got some kind of a design pattern of white stripes along the left side of it. And he's making him roll up those sleeves. A black spandex tight sleeve, but a white pattern of stripes on there. And now Tomas Nido, his catcher, is helping him pull his sleeves up.
Buck Showalter wanted an explanation, and he's not buying it. But now he has to. As good a manager as he is, Buck is not the guy who is the keeper of the game, despite thoughts to the contrary.
5-2 Braves, bottom of the 8th. There's Dansby. And we're finally ready. Lefty Rodriguez, fourth pitcher used by Buck Showalter in the ball game. First pitch to Dansby is a fastball for a called strike. And the sinker, 91. That home run by Dansby in the 6th inning, his 100th career home run. And what a big one it was. A one fouled off. Very fitting that his 100th home run would be towards the latter stages of a ball game to give the Braves a 2-run lead. Big homer in a big moment. How many times we've seen that late in ball games throughout his career?
You know, I saw him come over to the guy who verifies all the balls that come off the field, and I was kind of curious about that. And of course, he hit it off DeGrom, so I'd want the ball too. I hadn't thought about it being number 100.
Well, 2 fouled back.
Hopefully they were able to go get it for him.
Well, I had to go a long way to get it. What do we say, 441?
Yeah.
That'd be quite the expedition to go find that thing. No balls and 2 strikes. Pitch to Dansby. And that bounced up there. Changeup that bounced about 5 feet in front of the plate.
He was thrown so hard that Nido couldn't get out of the way, even though he was trying.
The Braves can win the ball game tonight. The Mets and Braves would be deadlocked atop the National League East. Both would be 98 and 59 with 5 games left to be played. And the way that these two teams go into this series, a couple of different mindsets. 1 ball and 2 strikes, and the offering on the way. Let's low it outside. Obviously, both teams want to win the series, and the Mets would love to do that, but they're thinking, just don't get swept. Above all, just don't get swept. And for the Braves, a sweep would be tremendous. There's no doubt about that, but you have to take at least 2. You got to win the series. And you can't do that until you win game number 1. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball hit hard, lunging, gloving, 360 spin, and a throw by Escobar's in time. That guy's been playing great on both sides.
He might be the second half MVP in baseball when he's playing.
One down for Michael Harris. Well, when you think about this series for the Braves, the only mentality has to be, you just got to win today.
Yeah.
You do that, check that box, then you start the whole process again tomorrow. Pitch on the way to Michael Harris. That'll be outside.
I love Snit today on his show, and I asked him if he had a meeting, a go-get-a meeting.
Yeah.
Rah-rah, and he went, no.
1-0 pitch. Harris sends one foul. The best rah-rah speeches that Snit has ever delivered have come after they won a big ball game.
It's so true.
That one he had a couple of years ago about kicking the door down, or he used a few other words, and that just made it outstanding. 1-1 pitch. Harris swings and misses, 1-2. Braves 5, Mets 2. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Base is empty, 1 down, and a 1-2 count on Michael Harris. Joely Rodriguez, the lefty, brings it. Low and outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Michael with 1 base hit tonight, 1 for 3 with a single. His average at .305. Waiting on the 2-2. Pitch on the way. Bouncer up the middle. Glove behind the bag at second by Francisco Lindor. Bang, bang play at first, and the shortstop throws him out. Good hustle by Michael, but 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Austin is 1 for 3, and it was his home run that jolted life into this building back in the 2nd inning. It was 1-0 Mets after they scored a run in the top of the 2nd. And then Riley came to the plate and hit a screamer over the center field wall. And then Matt Olson came to the plate and homered right after that. The Braves had back-to-back homers, took the lead. Riley with a ground ball to short, taken on 2 big bounces by Lindor. He fires over, and the Braves go down 1-2-3 for the 4th time tonight. So we head to the 9th inning. It'll be time for Kenley Jansen, and as we head that way, it's a 5-2 lead for Atlanta.
Yes! You did promise you'd drive once you stopped getting coverage to follow baseball.
Huh? Oh, yeah, no, I have T-Mobile, so I've had 5G coverage since we got on the highway.
Even way out here?
How was that a strike?
Okay, you're driving the whole way home, dude. Boo.
Yeah, boo. Home or away and nearly everywhere in between. Get the best 5G coverage in the game with T-Mobile, the network with more 5G bars in more places. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Ram Power Days. For 40 years, Landmark has been the Georgia Giant, and we're still committed to giving you the best service. Giant selection, over 1,000 choices. Giant savings on everything, including new 2022 Ram 1500s for the best selection and service. 40 years and counting. Come to Landmark, Mount Zion Boulevard, or LandmarkDodgeChryslerJeep.net.
That's why nobody beats the Giant. Nobody.
Always the best deal. Always. Based on combined Landmark inventory.
What's up, Braves fans? Chase Elliott here, driver of the number 9 Hooters Chevy. When I'm not racing or thinking about racing, I'm thinking about my Atlanta Braves and Hooters' world-famous wings. Nothing goes with watching a Braves game like Hooters. My favorite are the Hooters smoked wings and buffalo shrimp. They're always cooked just right, with just the right amount of spice. And whether I'm watching the game at my local Hooters or hanging out with my crew at home and ordering online, Hooters makes this Braves fan very happy.
Hey Atlanta, Hudson Mason here, and you can catch me and the rest of the guys on the locker room from 6 to 10 a.m. breaking down the Braves, only on The Fan.
Kenley Jansen on to work the 9th. He's looking for his 38th save of the year, and this is 45th opportunities. 5-2, 3.60 ERA, 78 strikeouts in 60 innings. He will face 3-4-5 in the Mets order. Let's pause for station identification on the Braves Radio Network.
Every pitch of Braves baseball all season long on WCNN North Atlanta, a Dickey broadcasting station. The Fan, 680 and 93.7 FM.
Hey, Ben, since that blown save in Seattle, which seems like a long time ago, Kenley's gone 7 straight outings without giving up an earned run and no hits and runs in his last 3 outings.
That couldn't have come at a better time.
No, sir.
Because there are some huge question marks surrounding the 9th inning for the Braves. And Kenley has made a few mechanical adjustments. That's made the biggest difference in that cutter, and that is the pitch for Kenley. While he has a few other pitches, the cutter is the bread and butter. And it goes to work versus Francisco Lindor. 5-2 Braves here in the 9th. First pitch, strike. Cutter right over the outside corner. So 0-1 on Francisco Lindor. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. Since then, a strikeout and a ground out to second base. Righty Kenley Jansen ready to bring his 0-1. And here it is to Lindor. That'll be sent foul up into the third deck of the stadium. And a good job by Kenley getting way ahead, 0-2. Braves send Austin Riley into shallow right field. Switch hitting Lindor, swinging it from the left side against Jansen. And the 0-2 pitch. Upstairs. That knocked him back onto one hand. He bent back out of the way.
Could have won a limbo contest with that one.
Got a crab walk there, wasn't it? Well, this is the benefit of having a 3-run lead. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the offering on the way. Swung on, missed, strike 3. Upstairs with a cutter. 1 down here in the 9th inning. And finishing that thought, Joe, you got yourself a 3-run lead. You can shift Riley and do whatever you want on the infield. I feel if Kenley's got the 1-run lead, we're going to see teams try to bunt on him again, make him come off the mound, and then they're going to be off to the races once they reach.
Completely different story when he's working here with a 3-run lead.
That cutter to Lindor was about nose high. And he still went after it. 1 down for Mark Canha. Kenley's first pitch to him plunks him up and in and got him with the left shoulder. And Canha just takes off his elbow guard, jogs down the first baseline.
He's used to it. He leads the league. That would have hit anybody. But Canha hit for the 27th time on the year.
Goodness. Those Mets uniforms have a Mets logo on the left sleeve. He drilled it right on the logo.
Well, it looks kind of like a Mr. Met bullseye.
Runner at first, 1 down. 5-2 Braves here in the 9th inning. You can't let McNeil reach. That'd bring the tying run to the plate. And that is Escobar. McNeil 1 for 3 with a single and a run scored. Runner on the move. Ball high, no throw down. Ball and no strikes on McNeil.
A lot of high pitches already in this inning for Kenley.
1-0 pitch. Line drive up the middle. That's a base hit. Canha had to make sure it's going to get through. It does. And he advances to third base. And now the Mets with runners at the corners, 1 down, and their hottest hitter coming to the plate representing the tying run.
That was a cutter that didn't have much on it. Right out in the middle of the plate.
Now Kenley makes a slow walk back out there to the mound.
Yeah, I didn't want to see this guy come up with a chance to tie it in the 9th.
No, sir. Kenley in his career versus Escobar, they've seen each other a lot. Escobar is 3 for 12 against him with 2 doubles and 1 home run. 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. Braves have a shift to the right side. Dansby joining Arcia and Olsen over there. Tying run of the plate. Top of the 9th inning. Here comes the first pitch to Escobar. Swing and a miss. Cutter down. Escobar tonight, a single, a double, and a strikeout. And in the month of September, this guy has really put a charge into the Mets order. Twenty homers on the season for Escobar. He requests time, and it's granted by Nick Lentz. No balls and a strike on Eduardo Escobar. Kenley ready to fire. Leg kick in the 0-1. Missed high and away. Close with a sinker, but wasn't quite there. Count even 1-1. Escobar, a switch hitter, so swinging it from the left side against the righty Kenley Jansen. Kenley swivels his hip twice. Comes set. Leg kick of the 1-1. Check swing. Did not go.
I would have appealed that.
Now they do, and third base umpire Ted Barrett says that he did not go. Very tense moment in the ball game right now. Braves looking for 2 outs, but having to go through one of the hottest hitters in the National League right here with the runners at the corners. Kenley ready. He cuts loose the 2-1. Low and away, 3-1. On deck is the rookie Francisco Alvarez. Escobar is going to be looking for something that he can absolutely hammer. Waves the bat just behind his left ear. Travis sets up low and in. 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. Missed up and in with a cutter.
Again, upstairs. Every miss has been letter high or above. And remember, Lindor chased a horrible pitch helmet high.
So now it's Alvarez, the 20-year-old who made his major league debut tonight. And this evening he is 0 for 3. He hit into a 5-4-3 double play back in the 2nd inning. He's grounded out to first. He flew out to deep center field back in the 7th. And you got to be ready for that first pitch.
He will go after the first one.
Bases loaded, 1 down. A 3-run lead for the Braves here in the top of the 9th inning. This will be Kenley's 13th pitch here in the 9th. And here it is to Alvarez. And he pops one up, reaching back towards us for a foul ball. No balls and 1 strike on Francisco Alvarez. He has been the most valued prospect in the organization this season. And one of the most valued in minor league baseball altogether. Travis sets up low and away in the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, missed, 0-2.
He's not getting cheated either. When the Mets were improving their club at the trade deadline, the teams they were talking to all wanted this guy. They didn't get him.
This crowd wants it. 0-2 on Alvarez. 1 down. Naquin is on deck for the Mets. Kenley fires the 0-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and he lost the bat. It went whistling over there towards the on-deck circle. And 2 down. Big strikeout for Kenley. And now the Braves are 1 out away. Tyler Naquin is the batter.
Naquin had a 2-home run game against the Braves earlier this year.
And Naquin has never faced Kenley Jansen. They've got Daniel Vogelbach on deck. Do not want to see him. 5-2 Braves, top of the 9th. Bases loaded, 2 down for Tyler Naquin, a .241 hitter. Kenley ready to start with the first pitch of the sequence. And here it comes. Check swing. No appeal. Now the appeal didn't go.
I think Travis thought there was a foul tip. He immediately wheeled around and Lentz. But there was no tip there.
1 ball and no strikes on Naquin. Dansby, few steps to his left, shading up the middle. Just need 1 out anywhere. And the Braves will be tied for first place with the Mets. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Fouled back into the screen. Count even 1-1.
A lot of pitches up in the zone, strike zone included. A little scary.
This guy is batting .292 against the Braves this season. 2 homers, a couple of doubles. Dangerous hitter. He's staring down a 1-1 count, trying to keep the Mets alive. Here comes the 1-1 from Kenley Jansen. Fouled off right at his foot, and a 1-2 count. Now the Braves are 1 strike away from taking game 1.
The only run that matters is the guy at first. For the outfielders, if there is a base hit, you got to try to make sure that he doesn't get past second. Forget the other 2 guys.
1-2, and everyone standing here in Atlanta, Georgia. Kenley's ready. Swivels his hip, comes set next to his right ear. Ball and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Got him swinging. Strike 3. And foul ball. It was tipped, and I thought it was secured by d'Arnaud. But it was right there in between his knees. That was in the glove and then just fell right off the side of the glove to the ground. One and 2. Now time requested by home plate umpire Nick Lentz. To Atlanta, top of the 9th, a 1-2 count and 2 down. They had Naquin struck out, but they couldn't quite squeeze it on that last strike. Kenley trying to slam the door right here. This will be his 20th pitch here in the 9th inning. The 1-2 on the way to Naquin. Low and outside, 2-2. Kenley takes a slow walk up the first base side of the mound.
Big pitch right here. Don't want to go 3-2 and give the runners a head start.
Kenley takes a deep breath. Now plants his right foot on the third base side of the rubber. Looks into Travis d'Arnaud, who blinks signals. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Naquin steadies the bat. 2-2. Swung on and fouled off again. That is twice he's been hanging by a thread.
They've been low pitches. He's barely gotten a piece, and that makes it that much harder for the ball to find the glove and stay in there. They've barely been dirt high.
These 2 rivals, game 1 of this 3-game series. Division on the line. You had to know it's going to come down to a moment like this. 2 balls and 2 strikes as Kenley is once again ready to face Naquin. Here comes the 2-2. Popped up, foul ground. Olsen coming over towards the dugout, not a room. That's in the first row behind the Braves dugout. Naquin fighting tooth and nail just to hang alive. And again, Vogel back in the on-deck circle for the Mets. Kenley closes his eyes. Deep breath. Trying to focus on this next pitch and make it the one that's going to put this one in the win column.
23rd pitch of the inning.
Big righty out of Curacao comes set next to his right ear. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing fouled off over the Mets dugout and into the seats.
Braves bullpen begins to fire up.
Last 3 pitches, nothing but cutters. This next pitch will be the 9th of the sequence between Jansen and Naquin. So Vino Bracho up and tossing in the bullpen now. Everybody standing up and chewing their fingernails down to the nubs. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A 3-run lead for the Braves with the bases loaded. Again, the 2-2 pitch. Tipped into the Mets. Strike 3. Braves win. Big win for the Braves. And they're back in a tie for first place with the Mets as they get it done. What a battle. And Kenley wins the battle, striking out Tyler Naquin. And the Mets leave the bases loaded. Coach O, like we were saying, in order for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish, you can't worry about Saturday and Sunday. You got to win tonight. Check off that first box.
Hey, check the first box. Good play all around tonight. The only reason they had one of the runs was a miscue in left field early on. Let's just hope Max Fried has just got a little 24-hour bug. He had to be forced out of the game in the 5th. Good work by the bullpen.
That is right. 98 wins on the season. This is the biggest one to date. For the Mets in the 9th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 3 left. Final score, Braves 5, Mets 2. Back with the totals after this.
What's your idea of a good time? Maybe it's adrenaline, like the rush of watching the reigning World Series champs hit homers at Truist Park. Maybe it's a little more chill, communing with nature among the thousands of plants at Smith Gilbert Gardens. Perhaps it's art and culture, soaking up the charm and history at Marietta Square, or taking in performance at the Cobb Energy Performing Arts Center. Let the good times roll in Cobb, where you can get your fill of chill, thrill, and culture. Cobb Travel and Tourism is your insider's guide to all there is to see and do in the area. Visit travelcobb.org.
Calling all Braves fans. Napa is here to help you go the distance. As an official partner of the Atlanta Braves, Napa knows a thing or two about having all the bases covered when it comes to your ride. With nearly 6,000 auto parts stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care. So whenever you hit the road, you'll be going, gone.